Chapter 955. Rumble. The terrifying lightning struck down, annihilating everything in the vicinity. The ground cracked and a pitch-black hole appeared. Lin Xian's figure was also shrouded and torn to pieces in an instant. Everyone was stunned when they saw this scene, and their hearts were filled with shock and terror. However, in the next moment, they discovered that Lin Xian's figure had once again appeared above their heads. Was that just an afterimage? Countless people were shocked. Even Jiang Yan and the others looked serious. Lin Xian's speed was too fast, beyond their expectations. Although Lin Xian dodged the attack of the golden lightning, the sword qi that he shot out was shattered by the golden demonic beast. Therefore, the two of them were evenly matched in this exchange. But in everyone's eyes, that was an incredible thing. One should know that even Jiang Yan and the others were forced to retreat when they joined forces. However, Lin Xian was now able to contend with a gold-ranked demonic beast. It was simply unbelievable. However, this was not the end of it. In the next moment, Lin Xian swung his sword again, forming a rain of sword qi that covered the entire sky. Spring Rain Sword. The sword qi continued to attack endlessly, completely enveloping the gold-ranked demonic beast. Of course, the main target of the sword qi was the silver region on the chest of the gold-ranked beast. Ding ding dang dang. Countless sword qi collided with the huge body of the gold-ranked demonic beast, producing metallic sounds and countless sparks. The gold-ranked demonic beast was incomparably furious. A gigantic beast claw stretched out like a golden mountain, incomparably heavy as it pressed down on Lin Xian. Boom! Countless air waves rolled, and the continuous stream of sword qi was blasted away by the golden mountain. However, the specialty of the Spring Rain Sword was that it was continuous. Therefore, even if the gold-colored demonic beast managed to blast away a part of it, there was still a lot of sword qi that gathered and pierced towards the heart. Whoosh! The sword qi was sharp, and it finally pierced the silver area in his heart. Roar! Instantly, the gold demonic beast was enraged. It let out a terrifying roar that made everyone's face turn pale. Not only that, but the berserk demonic energy also surged over like waves. He was furious. The gold-ranked demonic beast seemed to have gone mad. It was terrifying beyond compare. Everyone was stunned. They did not know what Lin Xian had done to provoke the gold-ranked demonic beast to such an extent. However, in the next moment, their eyeballs nearly fell out of their sockets, because after that, the gold-ranked beast's body started to tremble slightly, and it even took a step back. This scene stunned everyone. They couldn't believe it at all. If one were to say that Lin Xian was able to fight against a gold-ranked demon beast, they would still believe it. That was because his strange speed was shocking. But now, Lin Xian actually managed to push back the golden demon beast with a single slash. This was simply incomprehensible. One had to know that before this, the combined forces of more than 20 of them did not even cause any damage to the gold-ranked beast. They were even injured by the rebound force. Could it be that this kid was hiding his strengths? This scene shocked countless people, especially Tang Er and the other members of the Hidden Dragon Society. Their eyelids twitched violently. If that was really the case, didn't that mean that Lin Xian had the strength of a fourth heaven venerable? Impossible. Jiang Yan shook his head decisively. It's impossible for him to possess the strength of a fourth heaven venerable. There must be something we don't know about. Qi Hao nodded as well. It's impossible for him to be so strong. Hearing the two experts' words, the surrounding people calmed down. However, they all looked at Lin Xian with confusion in their eyes. Junior brother Lin, how did you do it? At this moment, Jiang Yan also asked. It's simple. Lin Xian shrugged. The area around the gold-ranked demon beast's heart is silver. I think it hasn't fully evolved yet. That silver area should be its weak point. Therefore, as long as you attack that area, you'll be able to achieve twice the result with half the effort. What? There's a silver area. Lin Xian's words shocked everyone. Then, countless eyes looked at the huge body in front of them. Soon, someone exclaimed, there really was a silver light. It seemed that the gold-ranked demon beast had not fully evolved yet. Hearing this news, everyone cheered. No matter how strong the gold-ranked demon beast was, as long as it had a weak point, they would definitely be able to defeat it. Lin Xian alone could defeat the gold-ranked demon beast by attacking its weak point. If they all attacked together, they would definitely be able to kill the gold-ranked demon beast. However, at the same time, they were also shocked by Lin Xian. So many of them did not notice this weak point, but Lin Xian was able to detect it so quickly. This meant that his perception was absolutely terrifying. Although they were surprised by the other party's powerful perception, Jiang Yan and the others secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Luckily, Lin Xian's strength was not beyond their imagination. Otherwise, who would be able to compete with them for a gold-ranked demon beast? Just as everyone was shocked, the gold-ranked demon beast was enraged again. It waved its huge hand and grabbed at Lin Xian. Everywhere it passed, the stone pillars were all shattered. Lin Xian used the illusionary demon steps. His body was like a phantom as he quickly dodged the attack. Then he let out a long roar. Hurry up and attack. Hearing this, everyone came to their senses and attacked one after another. In an instant, all kinds of terrifying attacks were directed at the gold-ranked demon beast, especially at its heart. After discovering the gold-ranked demon beast's weak point, everyone was extremely excited. Therefore, their attacks were extremely violent. Although the gold-ranked demon beast was powerful, it could not block so many attacks that were directed at its weak point. Its huge body finally retreated again, causing the ground to crack. However, the strange thing was that the stone platform under its feet did not crack. Seeing that the gold-ranked demon beast was defeated, everyone's confidence was boosted. They were ecstatic. Naturally, they did not care about the ground. On the other hand, Lin Xian frowned again. Logically speaking, with that kind of power, it was impossible for the ground to be intact. However, the stone platform did not crack at all. There's definitely a problem. Lin Xian secretly paid attention. In the next moment, an earth-shattering roar was heard. The gold-ranked demon beast was completely enraged, although it had not completed its evolution, and there was a silver region in its heart. Its strength was truly at the fourth heaven of the venerable realm. Therefore, even if everyone could defeat it, they could not kill it in a short period of time. Moreover, the opponent's terrifying attack was not something that anyone could withstand. Those warriors were once again impacted. There was no other way. The difference in strength between the opponents was too great. They could hurt the opponent, but the opponent could also hurt them. Therefore, when the two sides fought, they were the unlucky ones in the end. In just an instant, many warriors on the Academy's side were injured. However, even more people rushed forward. Both sides seemed to be in a killing frenzy. Attack with full force. Don't be afraid. We have the protection of the demon-slaying realm anyway. We won't die at all. Someone roared. This time, we must kill the gold-ranked demon beast. If we succeed, we will be recorded in history because we are the first batch to successfully kill a gold-ranked demon beast. Those warriors were all excited, as if they had been injected with chicken blood. Chapter 956. The entire beast's lair was extremely terrifying. Vast amounts of spiritual energy surged in all directions. Fortunately, the beast's lair was large and sturdy enough. Otherwise, it would have collapsed long ago. Even so, it was still in a dilapidated state and could collapse at any time. Lin Xian held a long sword in his hand and occasionally slashed out streaks of sharp sword qi in all directions. Fortunately, the gold-ranked beast had a weakness. Otherwise, if it had completed its evolution, they would not have been able to hurt it. However, it was also a good thing that it had not completed its evolution. Under the frenzied attacks of the group, the gold-ranked beast retreated and roared continuously. Seeing the excitement of countless warriors, their faces were flushed with excitement. They would soon become the first group to kill a gold-ranked beast. However, at that moment, Jiang Yan sneered and quickly sent a message to Qi Hao. "Brother Qi, it looks like this gold-ranked beast won't be able to hold on for much longer. Why don't we quickly clear the place so that no one can take advantage of the situation?" Hearing this, Qi Hao nodded and did not object. There was only one gold-ranked beast, so everyone coveted the gold-ranked demon core. If it was like now, when the gold-ranked beast was killed, it would definitely be chaotic. Perhaps someone would take advantage of the chaos and steal the gold-ranked demon core. Therefore, clearing the place was necessary. Moreover, the three masters here were from their respective forces. They had brought many masters with them. So if the two forces worked together, they would be able to complete the final kill. Eliminating the other small forces would save them a lot of trouble. As for who the gold-ranked demon core would belong to, it would depend on who was more powerful, him or the Hidden Dragon Society. As a super master ranked 5th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard, Qi Hao had absolute confidence. Even if the other party had 2 masters ranked in the top 10, he would not be afraid. Seeing that Qi Hao was the same, Jiang Yan and Tang Er looked at each other and smiled cruelly. They quickly passed down the order. Then, the warriors from the Hidden Dragon Society and Qi Hao began to work together and occupy the front of the battle. Gradually, everyone realized that something was wrong. The positions near the gold-ranked beast were all occupied by Qi Hao and the people from the Hidden Dragon Society. They formed a circle and formed a line of defense, blocking the other warriors behind. At first, it was not a big deal. After all, the other party was powerful and had high attacks, so they could not say anything. However, seeing that the gold-ranked beast was getting weaker, everyone wanted to charge forward and wait for the moment to be killed. However, their movements were obstructed, and those martial artists who rushed forward were ruthlessly beaten back. "What is the meaning of this? Why won't you let us pass?" Immediately, someone shouted angrily. "Why did you block us?" The others were also unhappy. "Why, that's a golden demon beast, which is equivalent to a 4th heaven venerable. The front line is such a dangerous place, so it's best that you don't go there." "I'm doing this for your own good." Yao Bin sneered. "For our own good?" Someone roared. "Are you really that kind? It's already good enough that they don't treat us as cannon fodder." "That's right. Our lives are ours. We want to go to the front line now." After all, there was no real death in this place, so everyone was not that afraid. Moreover, once they got close to the front line, they would have a chance to seize the Golden Demon Core. This was something that countless people desired. However, Yao Bin snorted coldly again. Now is the most crucial moment of killing the gold-ranked demon beast. If you go and cause trouble and disrupt the rhythm of the battle, what should we do? If the gold-ranked demon beast recovers, I'm afraid our efforts will be in vain. So, you'd better stay behind obediently. F***CK. You guys just want to eat the fruits of victory for yourselves. No one was a fool. Seeing this scene, they must have guessed what was going on. As soon as these words came out, everyone was angry and stared angrily at the front. "Oh, looks like you're not stupid. You know how to eat the fruits alone." Yao Bin sneered. He did not care about those angry gazes at all. "But what you said is a bit too much. What's your strength? And what's our strength? Can the two of us be compared? Most of the gold-ranked demon beasts were killed by our 2 families. Why should we give a share to trash like you? I advise you to get lost. If you're lucky, you can still harvest some gold-ranked and silver-ranked demon beasts. Otherwise, you won't get anything here." Seeing the other party being so arrogant, the other warriors were also angry. Many of them quickly rushed forward, but they were soon beaten back. Looking at the warriors who were beaten back, the surrounding people's faces turned pale. However, there was nothing they could do. The difference in strength between the two sides was too big. However, they would not sit still and wait for death. We can even fight against gold-ranked demon beasts together. Why should we be afraid of them? Suddenly, the exposed warriors grouped together and formed a large force. They wanted to rush forward. At the front line, Jiang Yan and the others who were fighting against the gold-ranked demon beasts sneered. He quickly sent a message. Then, the warriors who were following him retreated. There was a gap in the defense line near the gold-ranked demon beasts. Suddenly, the gold-ranked demon beasts' terrifying attack leaked out and rushed toward the furious warriors. Boom! The void shook and the airwaves rolled. Those warriors screamed in pain as they were slapped back by the gold-ranked demon beasts, looking at those warriors who fell to the ground and wailed. Yaobin laughed wildly again. Did you see that? We don't have to do anything. And you can't do it. You want to go to the front line? Do you have the strength? I advise you to stay here obediently. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep your lives. Yaobin sneered. Then he looked through the crowd and looked at Lin Xian and the others. His eyes were full of provocation. Damn. Those shameless people want to take the fruits for themselves. Kid, let's go and kill them. Seeing this, the black-white double demons were furious. Lin Xian shook his head. Don't be rash. Can you beat the three of them together? Even if we can't let them get the gold-ranked demon beast cores so easily. The black-white double demons were furious. They had put in a lot of effort before. Now that they were excluded, they couldn't stand it. Are we just going to watch them kill the gold-ranked demon beasts? The two of them were unconvinced. Don't worry. It's not that easy to get those things. Lin Xian sneered. In fact, he was going to take action. But soon he received a message from the Crimson Dragon. The Crimson Dragon told him that there was something wrong with the stone platform under the gold-ranked demon beast's feet. Therefore, Lin Xian didn't take action. How is it? Did you find it? What exactly is inside that stone platform? Lin Xian asked through voice transmission. It's something good. See for yourself, the Crimson Dragon said. At the same time, he quickly set up a formation and shared what he saw with Lin Xian. In the next moment, Lin Xian's eyes widened, and he almost exclaimed. Chapter 957. Through the array, Lin Xian saw an image. In the image, there were countless light spots floating. Some were the size of walnuts, while others were the size of fists. These light spots all emitted a silver-white light. They were all silver demon cores. Lin Xian's pupils shrank, and he almost bit his tongue off. Even though he was used to seeing big scenes, he was still shocked, because in the image, there were thousands of silver-white light spots. This meant that there were thousands of silver demon cores. In the next moment, Lin Xian raised his head and stared at the stone platform under the golden demon beast's feet with a burning gaze. He didn't expect that the inconspicuous stone platform would contain so many silver demon cores. No wonder the stone platform wasn't destroyed by such a terrifying battle. Lin Xian's eyes lit up as he touched his chin. How could he take out the silver demon cores from the stone platform? He wouldn't do something as stupid as taking action directly. If those people knew that there were so many silver demon cores in the stone platform, they would definitely go crazy. Therefore, he had to think of a secret way to secretly take the silver demon cores. Thinking of this, Lin Xian stepped back and took out the little white monkey from the demon beast pouch. Wuji, the little white monkey waved its white fists with a dissatisfied face. Help me this time. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of benefits, Lin Xian said. The little white monkey gestured and started to propose conditions to Lin Xian. Okay, I promise you. Spirit fruit, right? When the time comes, I'll definitely get it for you. Lin Xian didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The little white monkey was satisfied. It then took off the small bowl on its head and found a hidden place to begin its operation. The crimson dragon also let out a strange cry and quickly flew out. It set up an array and hid the little white monkey's figure. The two of them secretly acted and were very excited. Lin Xian secretly let out a sigh of relief. He had seen the power of the little white monkey's treasure ball. It shouldn't be a problem to take those demon cores. He gazed at the hidden Dragon League martial artists who were still fighting fiercely in front of him and revealed a trace of a cold smile. This group of greedy fellows wanted to monopolize the gold demon and exclude everyone else. However, what they didn't know was that under their feet, there was a large number of silver demon cores. The value of those silver demon cores was probably no less than that of a gold demon core. If those people knew that such a huge treasure had brushed past them, they would probably vomit blood from regret. Thinking of this scene, Lin Xian felt very comfortable. He had long since found those fellows an eyesore. If it wasn't for the sake of attacking the Golden Lair, he might have already attacked those people. However, none of that mattered now. Collecting those silver rank demon cores in secret was the way to go. Not long after, an earth-shattering sound rang out, bringing with it a thick demonic aura that pierced through the heavens and the earth. The golden demonic beast in front of them roared towards the sky, and its huge golden eyes suddenly flashed with a hint of scarlet light. Not only that, but the demonic aura on the surface of its body was also burning, which was extremely terrifying. His aura was much stronger than before. With a sweep of its tail, it formed a huge arc and immediately sent the surrounding martial artists flying. Even Jiang Yan and the others were shocked, and they quickly used their movement techniques to dodge, because the attack just now was beyond their ability to withstand. What's going on? Isn't that beast going to die soon? Why is it furious again? Could it be the final radiance of the setting sun? Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the others' faces were extremely ugly. That attack just now had seriously injured many of their subordinates. Qi Hao's face was also ugly because some of his subordinates had also been swept by the huge tail, and they were all bleeding profusely. The three of them looked at each other, puzzled. They didn't know why the extremely weak crimson gold demonic beast would explode with such an aura at this moment. In the distance, Lin Xian saw this scene, and his eyebrows twitched. His expression was extremely serious because he thought of a possibility. Could it be that the golden demonic beast found out that we were secretly stealing the silver rank demon cores? That's very likely. The more Lin Xian thought about it, the more he felt that this was the case. At the same time, he sent a voice transmission. "Rosalong, how many have you two gotten?" "Damn, we've only gotten 1/3 of them. That guy is really sensitive, and he actually found out." The Crimson Dragon looked unhappy. 1/3. Lin Xian was shocked. He didn't expect the two of them to be so fast. No wonder the golden demonic beast was enraged. 1/3 was equivalent to 300 to 400 silver rank demon cores. Thinking of this, his heart jumped. He didn't expect to get 300 to 400 silver rank demon cores in such a short period of time. This was dozens of times more than what he had gotten before. This time, he had hit the jackpot. Lin Xian was ecstatic. Even if they were discovered now, it didn't matter. The golden demonic beast was hiding. Its body was emitting a terrifying demonic aura, and its terrifying eyes were scanning the surroundings. 2 rays of golden red light shot out from its eyes, like lasers, and quickly searched. Seeing this scene, Lin Xian's heart jumped. He quickly sent a voice transmission to Rosalong and the monkey, asking them to hide well. "Don't worry, kid. Don't you know the array I made?" The Crimson Dragon patted its chest and said, "That guy definitely won't find out." Sure enough, the golden demonic beast's eyes scanned the area where the Crimson Dragon and the snow-white monkey were. However, it didn't stop. Seeing this, Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief. After looking around, the golden demonic beast's huge eyes were filled with suspicion. It didn't find any enemies. This made it very confused. It clearly felt that there were fewer silver rank demon cores under its feet. Was it an illusion? The golden demonic beast sensed again. However, in the next moment, it felt that there were still fewer silver rank demon cores under its feet. It was furious. It lifted its foot and slammed it down hard. Rumble! In an instant, the entire ground shook and cracked into countless pieces. Cracks spread in all directions, and the stone platform under its feet shattered. Everyone was stunned. They didn't know what the golden demonic beast was doing, but soon they opened their mouths wide, and their breathing quickened. The huge stone platform shattered, and a huge black hole appeared under the golden demonic beast's feet. In the black hole, there were countless silver light balls floating. Seeing the silver light balls, everyone was stunned. Then their eyes turned red as they stared in front of them. They realized that the floating silver light balls were demon cores, and they were all silver rank demon cores. One silver light ball represented one silver demon core. There were so many silver light balls, and there were 700 to 800 of them. In other words, there were 700 to 800 silver demon cores. Everyone went crazy. They had never seen so many silver demon cores in their lives. Jiang Yan and the rest were also stunned. They didn't expect that there would be so many silver demon cores in the inconspicuous stone platform. There were so many silver demon cores that it was comparable to a single gold demon core. Chapter 958. Jiang Yan and the rest were stunned when they saw the sky full of silver-grade demonic cores. They had fought so hard for half a day and still could not take down the gold-grade demonic beast. Who would have thought that there were treasures as valuable as the gold-grade demonic cores hidden in front of them? If the gold-grade demonic beast did not break the stone platform by itself, they would not have known. They would still be in the dark. Lin Xian was also stunned. He did not expect the gold-grade demonic beast to break the stone platform. It seemed that it had been forced into a corner, looking at the sky full of silver-grade demonic cores. Everyone was stunned. Then they burst into loud cheers. "Brothers, those are silver-grade demonic cores. Charge!" The surrounding martial artists roared crazily. In the next moment, countless figures soared into the sky. This scene that appeared in the Golden Lair truly shocked all the martial artists. The sky full of silver-grade demonic cores floated in the sky like stars, emitting a silver-white light. This scene deeply stimulated the surrounding martial artists. Countless people soared into the sky. There were so many demonic cores in the sky. As long as they could get one, their trip would not be in vain. Jiang Yan and the rest were also excited. Bai Yi's demonic core was not an ordinary item. Even they were very tempted. Everyone, listen up. Attack. Try to get as many silver-grade demonic cores as possible. Jiang Yan shouted. Yes. Immediately, the martial artists of the Hidden Dragon League responded. They were all excited. Then they joined forces and soared into the sky. On the other side, Qi Hao also soared into the sky with his men. He would not miss such a good opportunity. Lin Xian was also surprised. He did not expect this to happen. Beside him, the black-white double demons were excited. They laughed and said, "Kid, do you want to join forces?" "No, you guys go first," Lin Xian said quickly. Then he said to Su Yu and the rest, "Senior Sister Su, you guys can go too. But be careful. Ching Chung, you go with Senior Sister Su and the rest." The black-white double demons were stunned. They looked at Lin Xian in surprise. They did not understand what he was doing. However, they did not think too much about it. This was a rare opportunity. If they missed it, it would be gone. So they ignored Lin Xian and soared into the sky. Su Yu, Morong Qingcheng, and the others also formed a small team and prepared to attack. Lin Xian didn't move because he didn't need to. The speed at which the little snow-white monkey collected it was much faster than the martial artists who rushed up to snatch it. At this moment, the sky was in chaos. Countless people were fighting fiercely. However, the Hidden Dragon Society and Chi Hao relied on their powerful teams to forcefully obtain an advantageous position. However, the Silver Demon Core was not so easy to obtain. The gold demon beast roared and opened its mouth, forming a huge devouring force that quickly surrounded the entire sky. In the blink of an eye, all the silver-ranked demon cores were enveloped and flew towards the bloody mouth. Bastard, you're courting death. Seeing this scene, Jiang Yen was furious. He quickly waved his palm and struck out a fiery red palm shadow. Tang Er, Chi Hao, and the others all moved, wanting to stop the Silver Demon Core. This was an excellent opportunity, and they would not allow a gold-ranked beast to ruin it. Boom! In the sky, countless forces collided with each other, emitting terrifying energy waves. Those Silver Demon Cores that were flying backward were forcibly pulled back. However, half of them were still swallowed by the gold-ranked beast, while the other half were scattered. Seeing that the gold-ranked beast had swallowed more than half of the Silver Demon Cores, countless people were heartbroken. However, they didn't have the time to find trouble with the gold-ranked beast, so they could only fight for the remaining demon cores. Jiang Yen snorted coldly. He stretched out his fiery red palm, bringing with it endless heat waves. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The sky darkened, and a huge palm appeared, grabbing towards the white demon core. Little White, get it. Below, Lin Xian saw this scene and quickly said, Wu Ji, the little snow, white monkey nodded. Then it held the small broken bowl and mumbled something looking like a little trickster. Boom. In the sky, the fiery red palm fell, covering the 5 silver demon cores in an instant. Then the huge palm clasped together and retreated. Seeing this, Jiang Yen revealed a satisfied smile. However, he didn't know that the moment he clasped his hands together, 3 of the demon cores mysteriously disappeared. The fiery red palm retreated, leaving a long trail of light behind it. It quickly returned to Jiang Yan's side. Then, the huge light palm quickly spread out. What? This is impossible. When Jiang Yen saw the 2 remaining silver demon cores in his palm, he was completely stunned. How is this possible? His eyes were filled with disbelief. He clearly remembered that he had captured 5 silver demon cores, but now there were only 2 left. What about the other 3? He couldn't figure it out, and he didn't know how the 3 demon cores had disappeared. Looking at the 2 remaining silver demon cores in his hand, Jiang Yan's face instantly darkened. Although he didn't understand what had happened, it was obvious that someone had snatched more demon cores from him. Someone had dared to go against him, which made him furious. However, he couldn't find anyone to vent his anger on, so he could only work harder to capture the silver demon cores around him. However, he secretly swore that he would find the person who had stolen his demon cores and tear him into pieces. In fact, it wasn't just Jiang Yen. Tang Er, Chi Hao, and the others had also encountered the same strange situation. This made them furious. They were all super powerhouses ranked in the top 10 of the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard, and no one dared to provoke them. Now, however, someone had dared to play tricks in front of them and steal their demon cores. This was undoubtedly a provocation to them. The 3 of them stood in the void, their gazes piercingly cold as they scanned their surroundings with a thick, murderous aura. They wanted to find out who had dared to secretly attack them. The other ancient martial art practitioners were desperately fighting for their demon cores, and Lin Xian also joined in the fight to not attract attention. Jiang Yan and the other 2 didn't notice the person who had secretly attacked them. This made their faces even gloomier. In the process of fighting, the most ferocious beast was still the gold demon beast. It was the most powerful one, and the number of silver tier demon cores it had snatched was also the most. Previously, when everyone joined forces, they were still able to contend with it. But now, in such a chaotic situation where everyone was fighting on their own, they were no match for the gold tier demon beast. Suddenly, Lin Xian frowned because he had received a message from the Crimson Dragon. "Kid, we've snatched a demon core with a faint golden glow." "What? A faint golden glow?" Hearing this, Lin Xian's pupils shrank. The golden glow was enough to show how terrifying it was. He guessed that the owner of the faint golden demon beast must be an extremely terrifying existence. At the very least, it had the qualifications to evolve into a true gold demon beast. In fact, this faint golden demon core had been forcefully snatched from the gold demon beast's mouth. The gold demon beast didn't immediately snatch the remaining silver demon cores in the sky. Instead, it stared at a faint golden demon core. Chapter 959. It was left behind by one of its competitors. Back then, only the two of them had the possibility of evolving into a gold-ranked demon core. Hence, a fierce battle broke out between the two of them. In the end, it was the winner while its competitor was defeated and turned into a pale gold demon core. This light golden demon core was extremely tempting to him because the energy contained within it was too great. Under normal circumstances, it would not be the time for it to consume the pale gold demon core. Hence, it kept it and waited for the right time. But now, it had mysteriously lost most of its silver-ranked demon cores. It could not even keep the rest of its demon cores. Hence, it could not wait any longer. It had to act quickly. However, just as it was about to consume the demon core, it realized that it was gone. It had been snatched away by someone. This was unbearable for it. The gold-ranked demon beast was enraged. It let out an angry roar, and the demon chi on its body began to burn. Its entire body shone with golden light and turned into thousands of golden tentacles that flew in all directions. In an instant, countless silver-ranked demon cores were caught by the golden tentacles and brought back. After obtaining nearly 100 silver-ranked demon cores, the gold-ranked demon beast suddenly stopped moving. It stood there like a statue. Seeing that the gold-ranked demon beast had given up, the surrounding martial artists heaved a sigh of relief. Then, they sped up the process because there were less than 100 silver-ranked demon cores left. However, they did not notice that at the gold-ranked demon beast's heart, the area that was originally glowing with a silver-white light was slowly disappearing. It was replaced by a blinding golden light. Following that ray of light was a terrifying aura. In the next moment, the gold-ranked demon beast's aura exploded once again. Like a volcanic eruption, it spread out in all directions. The ground nearby split open in an instant, and the huge stone pillars in the surroundings shattered with a loud bang, scattering all over the ground. Feeling the fluctuation of energy, everyone's expression changed. Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the rest looked even worse because this energy was much stronger than before. It was far beyond their ability to resist. Lin Xian frowned as his heart raced. He realized that the silver-white area at the gold-ranked demon beast's heart had disappeared. In other words, the gold-ranked demon beast had completed its evolution and no longer had any weaknesses. This was bad news. Previously, they were able to fight against the gold-ranked demon beast because it had not completed its evolution. But now, this weakness had disappeared. In other words, even if they joined forces again, they would not be able to contend against the other party. Not only that, the aura of the gold-ranked demonic beast was extremely strong, and its strength had also increased by a large margin. It had become a true overlord. There was no way they could fight against such a demonic beast. Thinking up to this point, Lin Xian felt his scalp go numb without any hesitation. He quickly sent a voice transmission. "Rosalong, quickly stop and leave." At the same time, he sent a voice transmission to the twin ghosts of Black and White, Morong Qingchen and Su Yu, asking them to leave as soon as possible. Then Lin Xian stomped his foot and turned into a sword light. He rushed out of the nest with the Crimson Dragon and the Snow White Monkey. Behind him, the twin ghosts of Black and White, Morong Qingchen, and the others followed closely behind. Seeing Lin Xian and the others leaving, everyone was stunned and surprised. One had to know that there were still plenty of silver demon cores in the sky, but the other party had left just like that. It was just too strange. Because, in their opinion, no matter how strong the gold-ranked demonic beast was, they would still be able to deal with it. After all, the silver-ranked demonic beast cores were very tempting. However, in the next moment, they understood why Lin Xian wanted to escape. Rumble! The void trembled as a huge golden claw descended from the sky and slapped forward at a high speed. This attack was extremely terrifying. It was like a huge golden mountain. With a terrifying force, it fell from the sky at a high speed. Airwaves rolled, and demonic chi filled the air. The void was torn apart in an instant as the terrifying force enveloped everyone. Bang! Those martial artists who were close to it could not resist at all. In an instant, they were blasted away and vomited blood. They were severely injured. In the next moment, their bodies glowed with white light as they were forcefully transported out of the Demon Slayer's world. Seeing this, everyone's expression changed. This was because they realized that the gold-ranked demonic beast was too powerful. It was not something that they could fight against. Even if they joined forces, they would not be able to resist it. Jiang Yan and the others also looked gloomy. They also realized that the gold-ranked demonic beast had completely evolved. This made them feel indignant. They were so close to killing the gold-ranked demonic beast. Once they had killed the gold-ranked demonic beast cores, not only would they obtain the precious gold-ranked demonic beast cores, but they would also become famous. After all, no one had been able to kill a gold-ranked demonic beast before this. But now, it was impossible. Jiang Yan and the others were frustrated that they had lost such a great opportunity. Run! It was unknown who screamed, but everyone immediately rushed towards the exit like a swarm of locusts. Behind them, the gold-ranked demonic beast roared into the sky. It released a terrifying sound wave that rushed forward like a wave. The beast waved its claws, and the golden demonic chi surged. It tore the entire demonic beast lair apart. Bang, bang, bang. Countless huge rocks fell, and dust flew. The extremely sturdy gold-ranked demonic beast lair collapsed at this moment. The gold-ranked demonic beast looked around. In its huge eyes, 2 beams of yellow light shot out. They were like demonic spears that pierced forward. They pierced through the void like 2 golden dragons. Seeing the gold-ranked demonic beast attack, everyone's scalp went numb. They used all their strength and ran for their lives. However, those martial artists who were too slow were still hit by the golden spears. They were severely injured. Their bodies glowed with white light, and they left the Demon Slayer's world. Everyone, evacuate. Jiang Yan's face was solemn. He led the people from the Hidden Dragon League and retreated quickly. On the other side, Chi Hao also reorganized his team and left quickly. This force was not something that they could withstand. Bang! In the ruins, countless figures rushed into the sky. They looked panicked and were in a sorry state. After they left the lair, they quickly flew in all directions. Roar! The monstrous beasts on the periphery received the order and frantically tried to block the monstrous beasts. They threw themselves at the martial artists without any regard for their lives. The gold-ranked demonic beast also rushed out in an instant. The ground trembled rapidly. Cracks spread out for thousands of miles. It was a shocking sight. The gold-ranked demonic beast was like a huge golden mountain. It moved quickly. Every step it took caused the ground to crack. It looked around, as if it was looking for something. Suddenly, it stared in one direction. Its eyes widened in anger. Then, it roared into the sky and leaped up. Rumble, like a golden mountain, it rushed into the sky. Damn, why is that thing chasing us? At this moment, Lin Xian and the others who escaped first changed their expressions. Especially the double ghosts of Black-White. They started cursing. They quickly changed direction, trying to shake off the gold-ranked demonic beast. However, as they changed direction, the gold-ranked demonic beast behind them also changed direction. It was not going to let them go. Damn, we can't be so unlucky. It's targeting us. The double ghosts of Black-White's face turned green. Chapter 960. They realized that they were being targeted. Otherwise, they would have been able to shake off the golden beast by changing directions so many times. Didn't they see that all the other warriors were safe? Only they were still being chased by the golden beast. Seeing this, Lin Xian's face darkened. He guessed that the gold-ranked demonic beast was here for the pale gold demonic core. Let's split up. I think the golden beast is after me. Coming for you? Kid, what did you do to make the golden beast go berserk? And its resentment is still there. The double demons of Black and White widened their eyes and stared at Lin Xian in confusion, looking at everyone's gaze. Lin Xian let out a bitter laugh. It was really hard to explain this matter in such a short period of time. Anyway, they would just have to split up for now. He would go and lure the gold-rank demonic beast away, and the rest of you would take the opportunity to leave. But it's too dangerous. Su Yu and the others were worried. Don't worry. That beast can't hurt me in terms of speed. Lin Xian smiled confidently. Murong Qingqing said firmly, I'll go with you. Okay. Lin Xian nodded and did not refuse. Murong Qingqing's strength was not weaker than his. Even if they were being chased, he would not be hurt. Plus, if the two of them worked together, they might be able to counterattack. Then Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing quickly got up and flew in another direction like shooting stars. They disappeared into the sky in an instant. In the next moment, the golden beast roared to the sky. It gave up on the double demons of Black and White and turned to chase after Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing. Damn, it's really going after them. The double demons of Black and White, and the others were stunned. They did not expect the golden beast to go after Lin Xian. What did this kid do? Why is he being chased by a golden beast? The double demons of Black and White, and the others could not figure it out, but they did not think about it anymore. Lin Xian had given them a chance to escape, and they had to seize it. In a flash, the double ghosts of Black and White, Su Yu, and the others flew to a safe place. This scene was naturally seen by the other cultivators. Immediately, many of them stopped in their tracks, their faces filled with bewilderment. They were also confused as to why the gold-ranked beast was only after Lin Xian. There must be something wrong with it. Jiang Yen frowned as he watched Lin Xian's departing figure. What do you think? He looked at Tang Er. There's a problem. That brat was the first to escape, which means that he must have sensed something. Tang Er said, furthermore, that gold-ranked demonic beast did not hesitate to reveal so many silver-ranked demonic cores. It must have discovered something and was forced to evolve. I'm guessing that the kid might have something in his hands. Furthermore, that thing is very important to the gold-ranked demon beast, Second Tang said. That's possible. Jiang Yen nodded. No matter what, let's go and take a look. After all, the gold-ranked demonic beast target is that kid. We shouldn't be attacked. With the gold-ranked demonic beast speed, I'm afraid it won't be able to catch up to Lin Xian. However, we can secretly do something to make him and the gold-ranked demonic beast fight. When both sides are almost done fighting, we'll make our move. The Lone Star Sword and those demonic cores in Lin Xian's hands will be ours. Oh, right. Isn't the falling star with him as well? You can take it from him when the time comes. Jiang Yan smiled cruelly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Tang Er sneered as well. The two of them discussed for a while. Then, their figures flickered as they chased after the gold-ranked demonic beast. Following them were Yao Bin and a few other elite disciples with valiant strength. On the other side, Qi Hao was equally shocked. However, after seeing Jiang Yan and Tang Er's actions, he decided to follow them. He wanted to see what Lin Xian had that could attract the gold-ranked demonic beast. Of course, if there was a chance, he would not mind taking it from him. On the vast plains, two figures were flying at a low altitude like shooting stars. Above the two of them, there was a huge black shadow moving at high speed. It was like a dark cloud, bringing with it endless wind. If one took a closer look, they would realize that the huge black shadow was actually a mountain. At this moment, it was being pulled up by someone and thrown out like a rock. The huge mountain whistled and smashed towards the two figures in the distance. However, it did not succeed. The two figures were very agile and dodged it in an instant. Boom! The mountain landed on the ground, creating a horrifying deep pit. Countless huge rocks were sent flying, and some of the surrounding trees were cut down. Roar! An angry roar was heard. Then, the ground shook rapidly as if there was an earthquake. Countless cracks spread across the ground. Following this horrifying sound was a huge golden figure. This figure was naturally the gold-ranked demonic beast. The two figures flying in front of it were Lin Xian and Morong Qingcheng. The gold-ranked demonic beast roared angrily. When its attack missed, golden light shone from its body and formed countless tentacles. It quickly grabbed the towering trees nearby and uprooted them. Buzz! The ground shook and countless towering trees were uprooted. Under the effect of the golden tentacles, they turned into spears and swords and flew into the distance. The gold-ranked demonic beast bent its body and opened its mouth. It quickly absorbed the spiritual energy around it. Then it formed a huge golden ball of light and spat it out. The ball of light trembled, and the runes on it flickered. A thick golden pillar of light shot out from the center and flew into the distance quickly. Wherever it passed, the rocks and trees were all shattered. Nothing could stop it. In front, Lin Xian felt the energy fluctuation behind him. His face changed, and he quickly flashed away. In an instant, he created countless figures. Morong Qingcheng, who was beside him, was like a bolt of purple lightning. The two of them used their secret techniques and narrowly avoided the attack of the gold-ranked demonic beast. Damn, this guy is too difficult to deal with. Lin Xian frowned. Although the other party's speed was not as fast as theirs, it had endless power. Its long-range attacks could hurt them. For example, the golden pillar of light just now was extremely fast. Ordinary level 3 Honorable Realm cultivators would not be able to dodge it. Even level 4 Honorable Realm cultivators would be hit if they were careless. Once they were hit, they would probably turn into a bloody mist. Only Lin Xian and Morong Qingcheng, who had mastered the extreme speed movement technique, could avoid it. However, it was also very dangerous for them. The gold-ranked demonic beast did not seem to know fatigue. It kept shooting out golden pillars of light, threatening their safety. If they could not dodge it once, they would die. It's indeed a gold-ranked demonic beast. It's really difficult to deal with. Morong Qingcheng looked serious. Although we can still hold on, we don't know how long it will chase us. Moreover, it will be troublesome if other demonic beasts are alerted. Chapter 961. Indeed, They could still escape from a single gold-ranked beast, but if the other party summoned another gold-ranked beast, they would be completely finished. Lin Xian's face was also cold. You've gone too far. If you keep chasing, I'll kill you. He had already decided to fly for a while longer. If the other party still didn't give up, then he would have no choice but to summon the great dragon sword soul. Although the consequences of doing so would leave him exhausted for a while and enter a weakened state, he couldn't care less. Otherwise, if an overlord-ranked, gold-ranked beast followed behind them, it would be very troublesome. If that happened, they wouldn't be able to do anything else. They might not even be able to cross the final demonic blood pool. Just as Lin Xian was about to summon the great dragon sword soul and fight for his life, he suddenly felt something move in his body. Lin Xian was surprised. He kept flying at top speed while sending a part of his soul into his body to investigate. Soon, he found the source of the trembling. It came from the mysterious small sword. The mysterious small sword usually didn't move at all. It would only move when he was in a life and death situation. Therefore, the trembling now made Lin Xian very surprised. However, he carefully examined it and found that it wasn't the mysterious small sword that was causing it. It was the black 10,000 beast ding inside the mysterious small sword. Seeing the 10,000 beast ding tremble slightly, Lin Xian swallowed his saliva. What's going on? He was very surprised. The slight trembling of the 10,000 beast ding inside his body attracted Lin Xian's attention. He was very excited. One had to know that the 10,000 beast ding was a complete Earth-ranked artifact. Its power was unimaginable. However, at this moment, it actually made such a strange movement. Lin Xian was very surprised. Without moving, Lin Xian used sound transmission to discuss with the Crimson Dragon. Ruzalong had lived for thousands of years and had seen many things. He should know something about the situation. After hearing this, the Crimson Dragon fell into deep thought. I don't think the 10,000 beast ding wants to attack, right? Attack? Lin Xian was surprised. That's right, the 10,000 longevity cauldron. Judging from its name, it should be related to demonic beasts. The gold-ranked demonic beast behind it is an extremely powerful existence. Who knows, it might have attracted the interest of the 10,000 beast ding. You're still interested in the 10,000 years cauldron? Lin Xian rolled its eyes. It wasn't even human, so why would it be interested? Kid, don't ever look down on an Earth-ranked treasure. Treasures of that level all have their own treasure spirits. Artifact spirit. Lin Xian was shocked. The so-called weapon spirit was an existence that was similar to a life form produced by the weapon itself. This sort of thing was only recorded in legends. It was impossible for ordinary weapons to give birth to an artifact spirit, but this was not necessarily the case for an Earth-step artifact. It could be said to be a rare treasure of heaven and earth, and there was a high possibility that it could give birth to an artifact spirit. The Crimson Dragon didn't continue the discussion about the weapon spirit. Instead, it quickly said, "Boy, use your soul power to communicate with the 10,000 beast ding. Maybe you can subdue the big idiot behind us." All right, Lin Xian nodded. Although he didn't know what the final result would be, he still decided to give it a try. After all, this method sounded a lot safer. Moreover, after summoning the dragon sword spirit, he would enter a period of weakness. Unless it was absolutely necessary, he wouldn't summon the dragon sword spirit. Qingcheng, I have an idea. Maybe we can subdue the gold-ranked demonic beast behind us. But I need some time. Lin Xian said in a deep voice. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Murong Qingcheng smiled. If others heard this, their jaws would drop. One had to know that this was a gold-ranked demonic beast. It was incomparably powerful. Even Jiang Yan and the others didn't dare to fight against it. However, at this moment, Murong Qingcheng was very determined to agree. Originally, Lin Xian was still a little worried, but now that he saw Murong Qingqing's confident smile, he was relieved. In a flash, he came to an open space and quickly sat down cross-legged. Then, the Crimson Dragon carefully set up a small defensive array around him. Next, Lin Xian closed his eyes and quickly channeled his soul power into his body. He tried to activate the 10,000 Years Cauldron, seeing Lin Xian meditating with his eyes closed. As if he was preparing for something, Murong Qingqing took a deep breath. Her delicate little face was full of seriousness. In the next moment, she channeled the spiritual power in her body. Countless purple clouds surrounded her, as if purple clouds came from the east. Not long after the two of them landed, the gold-ranked demonic beast behind them arrived. Before it arrived, a terrifying roar could be heard, shaking the heavens and the earth. The gold-ranked demonic beast walked to a nearby mountain. It quickly uprooted the entire mountain and smashed it at Lin Xian. Boom! The huge mountain shook violently and fell with unparalleled force. Humph! Murong Qingqing snorted and waved her jade-like palm, striking out a series of palm shadows. The palm shadows carried a mysterious aura. They swept across the void and quickly tore the mountain apart. Stupid brother, hurry up and leave. Otherwise, you'll really piss me off. Murong Qingqing's red lips moved slightly. There was a trace of coldness in her voice. The gold-ranked demonic beast couldn't understand human language. However, even if it could, it wouldn't give up so easily. Seeing that the two people in front of it finally stopped running, the gold-ranked demonic beast's huge eyes were filled with excitement. It stared at Lin Xian, who was sitting cross-legged, with a devilish light in its eyes. In the next moment, it stretched out its golden claws and clawed downward. A golden light shone. The huge beast claws tore the heavens and the earth apart. It was extremely terrifying. Before it landed, the aftershock had already split the earth into 5 bottomless cracks. Seeing this, Murong Qingqing took a deep breath. Then, her jade-like hands quickly formed a seal. Waves of terrifying aura rippled out from her jade-like fingers. Sky-flipping seal. Along with this voice, a purple seal flew out from Murong Qingqing's hand and quickly rushed into the sky. The seal grew rapidly in the air. Purple clouds surrounded it, forming 4 ferocious dragons that circled in all directions. In the next moment, the purple sky-flipping seal and the gold-ranked demonic beast clashed violently. Boom, boom, boom. A terrifying sound rang out, shaking the heavens and the earth. The wind howled and covered the entire sky. The two forces persisted in the air, resisting each other. In the end, the gold-ranked demonic beast claw became fainter, and the purple light became brighter. Soon, the purple sky-flipping seal let out a low dragon roar and quickly blasted the golden palm away. Then, it rushed toward the gold-ranked demonic beast in an even more violent manner. This scene happened to be witnessed by Jiang Yan, Qi Haoho, and the others who had just arrived. Suddenly, their mouths were agape, and they were dumbfounded. They couldn't believe that the gold-ranked demonic beast's attack could be repelled. One had to know that the gold-ranked demonic beast was no longer the demonic beast with a weakness. At this moment, Tower had completed its evolution and was a true overlord. Even so, it was still repelled. Everyone gasped and looked in disbelief at the girl, who was surrounded by purple clouds. Chapter 962. Before this, they had only paid attention to Murong Qingqing's beauty and identity. Jiang Yan and the rest did not care about the rest. However, it seemed that they were wrong. Very wrong. The beautiful girl in front of them was definitely not weaker than them. She might even be stronger. At least, they were not confident that they could repel the gold-ranked beast's attack in one move. But now, the beautiful girl in front of them had done it. Not only that, but what shocked them even more was yet to come. The cataclysmic seal's golden beast claw was repelled. Then, it attacked the gold-ranked beast with even more ferocity. Above it, four purple true dragons were circling around, releasing boundless light, accompanied by a series of deep dragon roars. Under everyone's shocked gaze, the cataclysmic seal hit the gold-ranked beast hard. Rumble! A thunderous sound was heard. The sky was torn apart. The terrifying purple gas was vast and mighty, drowning everything in front of it. The energy surged, and the wind swept. It was as if the world was about to be destroyed. All of a sudden, a golden figure flew out from the boundless purple chi and retreated continuously. Every time he took a step back, he would leave a deep footprint on the ground. What? It was repelled. That's impossible. How could a gold-ranked beast be repelled? What kind of move is that purple square seal? It's so terrifying. In an instant, Jiang Yan, Qi Hao, and the rest exclaimed. Their eyes were filled with shock. If blocking the gold-ranked beast's attack had shocked them, then repelling the gold-ranked beast had stunned them. One must know that blocking an attack and repelling a gold-ranked beast were two different concepts. They did not expect this beautiful girl to be so terrifying. She was even able to fight against a gold-ranked beast. She really repelled the gold-ranked beast. How was that possible? Jiang Yan and the rest narrowed their eyes. That purple palm seal was definitely not simple. To be able to repel a gold-ranked beast, it was most likely an earth-rank martial art. Qi Hao also frowned. Firstly, the purple palm seal was too powerful. Secondly, Murong Qingcheng was the proud daughter of the House of Kings. She would definitely have an earth-rank martial art in her hands. Now, it seemed that it was very likely to be the purple palm seal. However, this gold-ranked demonic beast was not to be trifled with, especially after its evolution. The strength it displayed was even stronger than that of an ordinary fourth-level venerable. The gold-ranked demonic beast roared angrily. Streaks of scarlet light began to appear in its eyes. It was so angry that it went berserk once again. It had no choice. That despicable brat had snatched away its vital demon core, forcing it to evolve ahead of time. And now, he was so close to obtaining the light gold demon core. That would be very useful in increasing his strength in the future. But now it was blocked by someone. The other party was just a human girl. The gold-ranked beast did not take her seriously at all. In its opinion, it only needed one palm to tear this young man apart. However, it did not expect the other party to be so powerful. Not only did he block its attack, he even forced it back. This made it unbearable. In the next moment, the gold-colored demonic beast let out a furious roar. The gold-colored demonic aura on its body burned once again. Suddenly, even the void was distorted. Traces of golden light quickly spread out, forming a golden cloud above. Rumble! Golden lightning flashed in the cloud, forming a powerful force of thunder and lightning. They intertwined and emitted a terrifying power. Soon, the golden cloud drifted toward Murong Qingcheng. The thunder and lightning struck, making a terrifying sound. The entire void was covered by a sea of lightning. It was extremely terrifying. In the next moment, the golden cloud arrived above Murong Qingcheng. Suddenly, countless lightning bolts descended. The lightning bolts were too terrifying. They contained the power of a fourth heaven venerable. They directly pierced through the void. Dozens of golden lightning bolts were as thick as buckets. They struck down fiercely like heavenly tribulations. Murong Qingcheng shouted and waved her hand. The purple aura on her body quickly surged out, forming a sky full of flames that swept upward. The purple flames surged into the sky, and the heat waves were terrifying. The flames illuminated the surroundings. The endless flames combined to form purple light pillars that collided with the rapidly descending golden lightning bolts. Boom! An earth-shattering explosion sounded. The two forces completely exploded, drowning the entire void. The aftermath of the energy turned into violent winds and lightning that swept in all directions. Immediately, the terrifying energy destroyed everything within 100 miles. Fortunately, Lin Xian had the defensive formation set up by the Crimson Dragon around him, which blocked the energy waves. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble. Seeing this scene, Yao Bin and the others in the distance felt their hearts beat wildly. Their expressions changed drastically. The battle was too terrifying. It was not something they could interfere with at all. Jiang Yan and the others also frowned. They originally planned to let Lin Xian and the gold tier beast fight, then they would secretly intervene. However, the current situation was completely different from what they had imagined. Therefore, they did not act rashly. They only watched quietly and waited for the right opportunity. That was because they saw Lin Xian sitting there cross-legged. He did not seem to have any reaction to the intense battle. They thought that he must be preparing for something. Humph, I don't believe that you won't make a move. Tang Er snorted coldly. His face was gloomy as he continued to wait. In front of them, terrifying energy exploded. Murong Qingcheng quickly retreated like a fleeting shadow. Her face was slightly pale. It was obvious that fighting against the gold tier beast was a great challenge for her. However, her gaze was resolute. Her body swayed, and she stood in front of Lin Xian. Since Lin Xian trusted her, she would not let the gold tier beast come close until Lin Xian woke up. On the other side, the gold tier beast was furious. It had completed its evolution and became the overlord of the Demon Slayer world. Apart from the other gold tier beasts, no one dared to go against it. However, a little human girl dared to stand in front of it. Moreover, she had blocked its path time and time again. It could not tolerate this. It roared into the sky, and its huge eyes were filled with hatred. It wanted to tear the girl in front of it apart. In the next moment, the gold tier beast unleashed its terrifying combat strength again. A vast amount of energy surged forward. It was determined to get the pale gold demon core. Murong Qingcheng also shouted. Her beautiful eyes revealed a trace of coldness. In the next moment, her jade-like hand swayed and formed the purple seal from before. Overturning Sky's seal. A low voice was heard. Murong Qingcheng quickly waved her palm. The purple palm print formed again and floated in the sky. It emitted a hazy aura, for true dragons circled around, spitting out purple mist from their mouths. They formed strange symbols that were fixed in the void. The purple runes were very strange. They did not look like modern words. They should be words from ancient times. They floated in the air and emitted a mysterious aura. Thousands of purple rays of light shone down. In the next moment, countless runes flashed and spun quickly. They flew toward the gold tier beast like shooting stars. They stopped around it and then burst into a dazzling light. Therefore, he would not expose the Thousand Beast Cauldron to the outside world, no matter what. In the end, Lin Xian had no choice but to take out King Pillfeather's crystal skull and activate the Thousand Beast Cauldron again. At the same time, he said fiercely, "If it doesn't work, then get out of my body. I don't keep trash here." It was unknown whether it was the crystal skull or Lin Xian's threat, but the 10,000 beast ding trembled slightly again. It seemed to move under the control of Lin Xian's soul power. Seeing this scene, Lin Xian was overjoyed. He poured more soul power into it and tried to mobilize the 10,000 beast ding. Could he control the gold-rank beast outside? Buzz. The black cauldron trembled slightly, as if it was responding to Lin Xian's words. Lin Xian was overjoyed. Although he did not know if it was the other party's artifact spirit, it was not important as long as he could control the gold rank beast. Ruzalong set up a formation to cover the 10,000 beast ding so that others can't see it. Lin Xian quickly said, "Don't worry, no problem." The crimson dragon patted its chest and said. Then it waved its dragon claws and quickly set up a spirit formation. In the next moment, Lin Xian madly poured his soul power into the 10,000 beast ding. Then the 10,000 beast ding emitted a black light, forming a strange force that quickly rushed out. This time, the 10,000 beast ding did not rush out of the mysterious sword, but the black light rushed out of the body, forming a vague shadow of a black cauldron in the void. When the black cauldron shadow appeared, it immediately brought along a terrifying aura that swept out in all directions. This aura came from the Earth rank artifact itself and could not be suppressed. Even Lin Xian's formation could not completely eliminate it. However, he did not care now. As long as he could quickly kill the gold rank beast, no one would be able to discover his secret. He quickly opened his eyes. At the same time, the black cauldron above his head bloomed with an even darker light. A heart-palpitating force rushed out, sweeping through the heaven and earth. What is that thing? What a terrifying aura! When Jiang Yan, Qi Hao, and the others saw this scene, their hearts trembled and their pupils shrank. The aura was too terrifying. It was even more terrifying than Murong Qingqing's purple sky flipping seal. They did not expect Ling Xian to have such a trick up his sleeve. It was really unexpected. In the distance, the gold-rank beast also saw the vague black cauldron and immediately felt uneasy. It roared crazily and quickly rushed at the purple light curtain around it, trying to escape. At the same time, it developed a deep fear of the black cauldron, as if it had met its nemesis. It felt fear from the bottom of its heart. Although it did not know what it was, its instincts told it to destroy it. The gold-rank beast roared crazily. Golden demonic aura surged all over its body, forming countless tentacles that quickly rushed forward. Murong Qingqian, on the other hand, yelled as she kept forming hand seals with both of her hands, strengthening the sealing effect of the purple light wall again. In the rear, Lin Xian's expression was serious. He quickly stood up because he felt that controlling the 10,000 beast ding consumed too much soul power. Even he could not hold on for long. Damn it! Lin Xian cursed under his breath. He realized that although the black cauldron was terrifying, it also consumed a lot of soul power like the dragon sword soul. He was afraid that he would not be much better after using it. It seemed that this thing could only be used as a trump card. Lin Xian sighed softly, and then focused his eyes. Qingqing, it's done. Let me do it. Okay. Murong Qingqing smiled and kept moving her hands to remove the sky flipping seal. At the same time, she floated to Lin Xian's side. In the next moment, she was extremely surprised. With a trace of surprise in her beautiful eyes, she looked at the black cauldron above Lin Xian's head. What kind of power was this? Even she felt a trace of fear. This guy has so many secrets. Murong Qingqing tilted her head curiously, but then a smile appeared on her face. With the black cauldron, the gold-rank beast would suffer a lot. In front of them, the gold-rank beast roared to the sky. It had finally broken free from the purple seal and regained its freedom. Soon after, a ferocious glint appeared in its huge eyes. It stared at Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing, then charged toward them at a high speed. This time, it must tear the two apart. Chapter 964. Without the restraint of the purple cataclysmic seal, the gold-ranked beast was like a wild horse that had escaped its reins. It quickly charged towards Lin Xian. This time, the gold-ranked beast was truly enraged. It used all its strength and charged towards Lin Xian like a golden meteor. Feeling the terrifying power, Jiang Yan and the other's eyelids twitched. Lin Xian snorted coldly. He quickly mobilized his soul power and poured it into the black 10,000 beast ding. In the next moment, the black 10,000 beast ding buzzed. The black cauldron above Lin Xian's head also emitted a black light. Above the cauldron, strange beasts gradually appeared and circled in the air. Bang! The black 10,000 beast ding turned and shot out a black light towards the gold-ranked beast. The light was very fast. It was like a black lightning bolt. In an instant, it was in front of the gold-ranked beast. In the next moment, it entered the gold-ranked beast's forehead. Suddenly, the gold-ranked beast's body trembled and stopped. Then, it let out a painful roar. The roar was earth-shattering. It was like a demon's voice. It made one's scalp tingle. In front of everyone's shocked eyes, the gold-ranked beast's huge body fell to the ground. Countless waves of air rolled. A terrifying crater was formed on the ground. The gold-ranked beast rolled on the ground in pain. What's going on? What happened? Jiang Yan and the others were stunned. They only saw a black light enter the gold-ranked beast's body. Then, it became like this, but this was too unbelievable. The gold-ranked beast was more terrifying than a fourth-rank honorable realm cultivator. Previously, even when Murong Qingcheng used the cataclysmic seal, it was only a draw. It could not kill the gold-ranked beast. But now, a black light was causing the gold-ranked beast so much pain that it wanted to die. Everyone could not believe it, but the truth was right in front of them. What was that thing? What did Lin Xian do? Jiang Yan and the others frowned. They quickly looked in front of them. However, the space around Lin Xian was distorted. It was very blurry. They could not see what was going on inside. Lin Xian secretly breathed a sigh of relief and wiped the sweat from his forehead. At this moment, his face was somewhat pale. Clearly, that attack just now had consumed a lot of his soul force. Fortunately, although the consumption was huge, the effect was very obvious. At the very least, the gold-ranked demonic beast seemed to have lost all its combat power and became extremely weak. At the same time, he was extremely shocked. Such a powerful demonic beast was actually killed by a black light. The 10,000 beast ding was truly terrifying. He didn't dare to imagine. If a true king wielded a complete earth-rank artifact, how powerful would that be? In front of him, the cries of the gold-ranked demonic beast gradually weakened, and the light on its body also dimmed. From the looks of it, it had become very weak, as if it could not hold on for much longer. Murong Qingcheng was also surprised. Her beautiful eyes were filled with disbelief. She didn't expect Lin Xian to be able to injure a gold-ranked demonic beast with a single move. Wasn't this a little too terrifying? However, looking at Lin Xian's pale and sweaty face, Murong Qingcheng sighed softly. Then she moved her feet and asked softly, "Why don't we take this opportunity to kill it?" "Okay, but hurry up. I can't hold on for much longer." Lin Xian was a little weak. If his soul force was exhausted, he wouldn't be able to control the 10,000 beast ding. At that time, the gold-ranked demonic beast would completely break free from his control and recover. Therefore, if they wanted to kill the gold-ranked demonic beast, now was the best time. Murong Qingcheng nodded. Then, like a purple phantom, her body floated forward. In the distance, Jiang Yan and the others saw this scene, and their hearts beat wildly. In an instant, they guessed Murong Qingcheng and Lin Xian's thoughts. Then, their hearts trembled violently, and their eyes became fiery. Kill the gold-ranked demonic beast. This was the best time to kill the gold-ranked demonic beast. because once the gold-ranked demonic beast broke free, it would become an undefeatable existence. But now, the gold-ranked demonic beast was extremely weak, like a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. If they could kill a gold-ranked demonic beast, they would definitely gain both fame and fortune. Thinking of this, Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the others' breathing quickened. Their eyes were as red as a rabbit's as they stared straight ahead. Although they were afraid of Lin Xian's ultimate move, and although Murong Qingqing's combat strength was unparalleled, both of them were severely exhausted. It was hard to say how much of their combat strength they could use. Moreover, a gold-ranked demonic beast was too tempting. They couldn't resist. Therefore, almost without hesitation, Jiang Yan and Tang Er made a decision. They led more than 10 elite disciples of the Hidden Dragon League and quickly soared into the sky, charging forward. Dozens of people were like sharp swords tearing through the void at an extremely fast speed. On the other mountain, Qi Hao was also frowning. There was a hint of struggle in his eyes. Faced with this kind of temptation, he couldn't resist. However, Murong Qingqing's sky-flipping seal and Lin Xian's black light had shocked him too much. If both of them used that kind of attack again, he wouldn't be able to resist at all. Therefore, he didn't make a move immediately. Instead, he continued to wait. He also had his own plan. He planned to let Jiang Yan lead the Hidden Dragon League to attack first. If Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing were forced into a corner, they would definitely counterattack. At that time, the two of them might use their ultimate move again. That kind of ultimate move couldn't be used more than once. Therefore, as long as they used it again, he would immediately make a move and kill them. Thinking of this, Qi Hao suppressed the excitement in his heart and quietly waited. In the sky, the dozens of bright lights finally caught the attention of Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing. They quickly realized that those lights were Jiang Yan and the others from the Hidden Dragon League. Humph! This group of shameless bastards. They really were hiding here. Lin Xian's face darkened. He snorted coldly. He didn't have a good impression of these people. However, their actions still surprised him because they grasped the timing too well. However, Lin Xian wasn't worried at all. He even sneered. He still had another trump card in his hand. If they really dared to make a move, he would definitely teach them a bloody lesson. Murong Qingqing also frowned slightly. These people were too despicable. They didn't make a move before, but now they only appeared when it was time to reap the rewards. They obviously wanted to reap the benefits without doing anything. However, this was something that they had worked so hard to obtain. How could they give it away? The dozens of lights in the sky were very fast. In an instant, they were near the gold-ranked demonic beast. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. In the next moment, Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the others appeared. Jiang Yan glanced down and then smiled cruelly. Let's split up. You lead the others to kill the gold-ranked demonic beast. I'll take care of that brat. Don't worry, I'll bring back the falling star for you. Jiang Yan smiled evilly. Okay, I haven't killed a gold-ranked demonic beast yet. Tang Er also smiled coldly. For true dragons circled around it, releasing a mysterious aura. A powerful and terrifying force gushed out from the overturning heaven seal, causing the entire world to tremble. This attack was too terrifying. It was like a stormy sea, swift and fierce to the extreme. Bang! In this intense confrontation, a muffled groan was suddenly heard. In the next moment, a fiery red figure quickly retreating hundreds of feet in the air. Wherever it passed, it brought with it a sea of crimson lava. The purple light in the world dissipated, and the terrifying energy also quickly dissipated. Murong Qingqing was like a beautiful fairy, her long dress fluttering in the wind, cold and unparalleled. On the other hand, Jiang Yan retreated hundreds of feet. His arm was numb, and his face was full of horror. He was at a disadvantage in this attack, and was directly sent flying. This was also when his opponent was in a state of exhaustion. Otherwise, he would have been in a worse state. One had to know that his opponent was in an intense battle with the gold-ranked beast, but she still had the energy to send him flying. It was really shocking. Jiang Yan's face was full of shock, and his expression was uncertain. His eyes flickered as he stared ahead, wondering if he should continue to attack. Although he was angry that he couldn't kill Lin Xian in a short period of time, at least he had restrained the two of them, giving Tang Er enough time to kill the gold-ranked beast. After Tang Er succeeded, he would gather all his forces to kill Lin Xian. He didn't believe that Murong Qingcheng could withstand his and Tang Er's fierce attacks. Although his idea was good, reality was cruel. Just as he and Murong Qingcheng were attacking, Lin Xian didn't stay idle. He quickly withdrew his soul power and released the control of the gold-ranked beast. In the distance, Tang Er led Yao Bing and the rest to quickly surround the gold-ranked beast, grinning maliciously. Then a powerful aura gushed out from their bodies, and they were ready to attack with all their might. However, in the next moment, the gold-ranked beast, lying on the ground, suddenly opened its eyes. Its huge golden eyes shone with a terrifying light. The demonic aura that had originally disappeared quickly gathered and exploded. Without the control of the 10,000 beast ding, the gold-ranked beast recovered. In an instant, it recovered from its weakened state to its peak, and even became more violent. With a fierce look in its eyes, the gold-ranked beast roared into the sky. It was furious. As the king of the Demon Slayer world, no one dared to provoke it. But now, two little martial artists had provoked it time and time again, and they had succeeded. They had almost killed it. This made it fall into an endless rage. Now it had just recovered from its weakened state, and someone dared to come and kill it. This was intolerable. Only by killing these despicable humans in front of it could it calm the anger in its heart. Therefore, it attacked without mercy. Its huge golden claws and terrifying golden tail swept out, enveloping the surroundings. Instantly, Tang Er's face turned green. He didn't expect the weak gold-ranked beast to recover and become even more violent than before. He was scared out of his wits. The gold-ranked beast had completely evolved and had no weaknesses. It was not something they could fight against. Yao Bin and the others were scared to the point of peeing their pants. Just the aura alone was enough to make their legs weak. They couldn't even stand straight, not to mention the terrifying golden claws. Run. Finally, someone couldn't take it anymore. He screamed in fear and turned to run. Seeing this, the other Hidden Dragon League disciples all ran away. Tang Er's face was pale. He looked at the gold-ranked beast unwillingly, then turned into a wisp of green smoke and ran away. Although he didn't know why the gold-ranked beast recovered and made them lose the chance to kill it, he didn't have time to think about it. Running for his life was the most important thing. However, the gold-ranked beast was already furious. It swore to kill these despicable humans. How could it give Tang Er and the others a chance to escape? In the next moment, the huge golden claws quickly grew, covering the sky and slamming down. Golden light bloomed, and the sharp claws emitted a strong murderous aura and terrifying demonic aura. The sky full of golden light completely enveloped Tang Er and the others. The terrifying aura spread in all directions, covering the entire space. After a series of earth-shattering noises, Tang Er and the others flew out, vomiting blood. They were in a sorry state and had suffered heavy internal injuries. In the next moment, their bodies emitted a white light, carrying endless grievances and unwillingness. They disappeared from the Demon Slayer world. Chapter 966. Tang Er, Yao Bin, and dozens of others were severely injured by the gold-ranked beast. They turned into white light and left the monster-slaying realm. This scene shocked everyone, especially Jiang Yen. He was completely stunned. This was not an outcome he had expected at all. He would never have thought that the extremely weak gold-ranked beast would suddenly recover and injure Tang Er and the others with a single slap. They were even sent out of the monster-slaying realm in the end. This was an extremely tragic outcome. It was even worse than death. This was because once they left the monster-slaying realm, it meant that they had completely failed in the monster-slaying conference. All their previous efforts had been in vain. Even the monster blood pool at the end had nothing to do with those people. After all, they had fought so hard for the monster cores in order to obtain greater benefits from the monster blood pool at the end and increase their strength. However, they were now facing the danger of being sent out of the monster-slaying realm. He did not dare to take this risk again. Jiang Yen swallowed with difficulty. His expression was extremely ugly. He glared at Lin Xian and the others with hatred, then rushed into the sky and quickly fled. Not to mention whether he could defeat Morong Qingcheng, the recovered gold-ranked beast, was not something he could fight against. He did not want to be like Tang Er, who was severely injured by a single slap and then sent out. Therefore, he did not hesitate at all. He turned around and quickly fled. If anyone was here and saw this scene, their jaws would drop. This was because Jiang Yen was a super powerhouse ranked 8th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. However, at this moment, he had been scared away. It was unbelievable. In the distance, Qi Hao's expression was also ugly. However, at the same time, he was extremely glad that he had not attacked with Jiang Yen and the others. Otherwise, he would have been sent out long ago. He looked deeply at Lin Xian and Yao Bin, then took a deep breath and quickly left with the warriors behind him. He did not dare to stay here for even a minute. Who knew if the other party had any terrifying trump cards? Although they looked incomparably weak, Qi Hao did not dare to have any ideas about them anymore. Tang Er was a very good example of this. Therefore, he quickly left with his people. Lin Xian looked at the backs of those people leaving, and a cold smile appeared on his lips. He believed that the scene just now was definitely too shocking. He was afraid that these people would wake up from their dreams in the future. Murong Qingcheng also revealed a smile. Those despicable fellows had finally been scared away. Although the two of them were overjoyed, they did not let down their guard. Although there were no martial artists around, there was still a gold-ranked demonic beast eyeing them. However, Lin Xian was not afraid at all. If he could control a golden beast once, he could do it again, even though it would consume a lot of his energy. But for the gold demon core, he had no choice but to fight. What should we do? Should we continue? Murong Qingcheng asked. Of course we have to continue. Otherwise, all our previous efforts would have gone to waste. Besides, killing a gold-tier beast is something that makes me excited. Lin Xian smiled. If we succeed, we will be the first team in the history of Senma College to kill a gold-ranked monster. This reputation is probably even more shocking than the top 10 on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. After all, the top 10 on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard would change every time. The reputation of being the first to kill a gold-ranked monster would be forever recorded in history. Hearing this, Murong Qingcheng's delicate face also revealed a look of excitement. After that, the two of them discussed and prepared to kill the gold-ranked monster again. This time, Lin Xian directly released the Crimson Dragon and the Snow-White Marquis. He ordered them to keep an eye on the surroundings and not let any martial artists in. Lin Xian once again controlled the 10,000 beast ding and slowly walked toward the gold-ranked monster. Originally, after the gold-ranked monster had sent Tang Er and the others flying, its huge eyes were fixed on Lin Xian. It did not hide the murderous intent in its eyes. However, when Lin Xian took out the 10,000 beast sting again, the gold-ranked monster's body trembled, and a look of fear appeared in its eyes. It would not forget the pain it had suffered before. The black light had directly destroyed its will. If it was not for the fact that the young man in front of it was too weak, it would have become a slave pet. Therefore, when it saw the shadow of the black cauldron, the gold-ranked monster's heart was filled with fear. It did not want to experience what had just happened again. Therefore, without hesitation, the gold-ranked monster turned and ran. It was a great contrast to its previous aggressive and overbearing appearance. However, since Lin Xian had already decided to kill it, he would not give it a chance to escape. In the next moment, he poured all of his remaining soul power into the 10,000 beast sting. Immediately, the latter vibrated and released a black light. A ball of energy surged out like a black lightning bolt and instantly entered the gold-ranked monster's body. Roar! The gold-ranked monster cried out in pain. Its eyes were filled with fear and unwillingness. However, it was quickly replaced by weakness. At this time, Murong Qingqing's expression was also serious. She once again used the sky tumbling seal and quickly attacked the gold-ranked monster. The two of them worked together and finally killed the gold-ranked monster. Buzz! From the huge corpse, a golden heart quickly rose into the air and suspended in the air, emitting a dazzling golden light. Finally, the heart gradually condensed into a golden ball of light the size of a fist. It contained a terrifying amount of energy. Gold-ranked monster core. Looking at the golden ball of light, Lin Xian took a deep breath, and his eyes were filled with excitement. After working so hard for so long, he finally obtained the legendary gold-ranked monster core. This was probably the first gold-ranked monster core in the history of the monster-slaying world to appear in the hands of a human. With a wave of her hand, Murong Qingqing held the gold-ranked monster core in her hand. Then, in a flash, she came to Lin Xian's side. Looking at the monster core in front of them, the two of them were burning with excitement. Is this the gold-ranked monster core? It is indeed terrifying. The power it contains is not comparable to that of a silver-ranked monster core. Murong Qingqing exclaimed. Lin Xian, on the other hand, was even more excited. He chuckled and said, if this demon core were to appear, I reckon everyone would go crazy for it. Of course, I don't think anyone can resist the temptation of a gold-ranked monster core. Hee, but now it's ours when they take it out at the monster blood pool. It will definitely scare a lot of people to death. Lin Xian smirked. Murong Qingqing covered her mouth and chuckled. This guy really likes to mess around. However, just as the two of them were cheering, something unexpected happened. The clouds in the sky rolled, and spiritual energy gathered like a torrent. The wind and clouds changed color. Soon, the spiritual energy condensed into a row of golden words that appeared in the sky. When Lin Xian saw the words in the sky, he was instantly dumbfounded. Even Murong Qingqing was stunned. Shocking news. Congratulations to Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing for making history by becoming the first people to kill a gold-ranked monster. Your great achievements will be recorded in the monster-slaying world forever. At this moment, countless people looked up at the sky with a dazed expression. Chapter 967. Breaking news! Congratulations to Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing for being the first to kill a gold-ranked beast. Your achievements will be forever recorded in the monster-slaying world. Everyone stared at the flashing golden words in the sky and fell into a daze. What's going on? They were all stunned and had no idea what was going on. This had never happened in the monster-slaying world before. Could it be a prank? Someone did not believe it. That's a gold-ranked beast. How could it be killed? It's very possible. No one has ever killed a gold-ranked beast, and it's impossible this time either. Also, that Lin Xian seems to be a new student. How could he do it? Suddenly, countless voices of doubt were heard. However, not long after, the news of Lin Xian and the others attacking a gold-ranked beast's nest spread. There were many people attacking the nest this time, and most of them suffered great losses. Now that they heard the news, they were definitely unhappy. Therefore, they quickly spread the news. Jiang Yan, Qi Hao, and the others looked at the sky with a gloomy expression. Others might not believe it, but they believed it. Not long ago, they saw with their own eyes Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing severely injuring a gold-ranked beast. With their skills, it should not be difficult for them to kill a gold-ranked beast. Thinking of this, their hearts were filled with hatred, especially Jiang Yan. He wanted to go back and snatch the gold-ranked beast core back. However, the fate of Tang Er and the others was still replaying in his mind. Moreover, the other party had the mysterious black light and the sky-flipping seal. That kind of killing move made him deeply fearful. Therefore, he did not dare to go back and snatch it. However, he did not plan to let Lin Xian go, so he quickly spread the news. What Lin Xian really killed a gold-ranked beast. Gradually, many people found out the truth from the Hidden Dragon League. Then, their faces were filled with shock. They could not be blamed. This news was too shocking, and countless people were stunned. Soon, the news spread like crazy. In addition to the golden hand in the sky that lingered for a long time, everyone in the demon-slaying world knew about this news. In the mountains, a stalwart figure carrying a black longsword was walking slowly. His steps were very steady. If one looked carefully, they would realize that the distance of each step was exactly the same. This imposing figure was Duguoutian. He raised his head and looked at the flickering golden words in the sky, revealing a trace of a smile. Who would have thought that there would be such a person among the freshmen who could actually kill a gold-ranked beast? He muttered to himself in a low voice. His voice was unusually calm. It seemed that this news did not cause him much of a stir. Very quickly, he once again took steady steps towards the depths of the mountain. Dozens of silver-ranked demonic beast corpses were scattered around a lone peak that was 100 feet tall. Beside the corpses, there was a figure standing with his hands behind his back. Li Yunfei looked at the sky expressionlessly. No one knew what he was thinking. However, those star-like eyes gradually emitted a sharpness. In the vast forest, Willow Lance looked at the golden words in the sky, and his face became extremely ferocious. Damn this guy! What kind of luck did he have to be able to kill a gold-ranked demonic beast? He was about to go crazy. He never thought that Lin Xian would have such an opportunity. Before he set off, he did not take Lin Xian seriously. He thought that as long as he met Lin Xian in the demon-slaying world, he could easily kick him out of the competition. However, although he had not met Lin Xian yet, there was news of him killing a gold-ranked demonic beast. That was a gold-ranked demonic beast. It was an overlord in the demon-slaying world. Even Duguoutian and Li Yunfei had not killed one. However, a freshman had accomplished such a feat, and it was forever recorded in history. This made him angry and jealous at the same time. Young Master Lu, there's news. It's said that this gold-ranked demonic beast has just advanced, and Lin Xian is not the only one who attacked the demonic beast's nest. Other than him, there's also Qi Hao, Jiang Yan, and Tang Er, who are among the top 10 on the Mystic Supreme leaderboard. It's a large-scale attack. I think that kid must have snatched the gold-ranked demonic core in the chaos. Wei Long, who was next to him, received the report from his subordinate and quickly said, "Is the news reliable?" Willow Lance frowned and asked, "It's reliable. It's said that it came from the Hidden Dragon Society. They've sent out many people to find Lin Xian's whereabouts. I was wondering how strong that kid was. How could he kill a gold-ranked demonic beast? Now, it seems that he was just lucky to have obtained the gold-ranked demonic core in the chaos. Willow Lance showed a hint of disdain. But this is good too. When I get rid of that kid, the gold-ranked demonic core will be mine. Thinking of this, he showed a hint of excitement, and a cruel smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Soon, all the experts in the demon-slaying world received the news, and they all had various thoughts. Moreover, countless forces and teams quickly took action. It could be said that an undercurrent was surging. In fact, it was not only the people in the demon-slaying world who received the news. Senma College was also extremely shocked. Above the true Marshall Lake, the entire sky was suffused with a faint light like a mirror, showing what had happened in the demon-slaying world. However, the display only showed the last area of the demonic blood pool, but everyone saw the golden words that appeared in the sky. What? The gold-ranked demonic beast was killed. How is this possible? Isn't that the legendary most powerful demonic beast in the demon-slaying world? I'm not sure, but I'm very curious about what the golden words are. Could it be man-made? No, it should be automatically formed by the demon-slaying world. It can be said to be a symbol of glory, a senior student said with a serious expression. So that means that the news is true? Many people exclaimed, their faces full of shock. They did not expect that the overlord of the demon-slaying world would be killed, and it was done by 2 freshmen. Damn, this Lin Xian is too strong, isn't he? He can even kill a gold-ranked demonic beast? That's equivalent to a 4th heaven venerable. Murong Qingcheng, my goddess, is indeed incomparably powerful. Shocking news, if it was really done by Lin Xian, his strength would probably surpass Li Yunfei and Dugu Aotian, right? Not necessarily. Maybe there's something we don't know. The group of people discussed animatedly. In a corner of the true Marshall Lake, the people of the Dragon Sword Pavilion were extremely excited and quickly cheered. Brother Xian. It's really Brother Xian. Brother Xian's name actually appeared in the demon-slaying world. F***CK. Brother Xian actually did such a big thing. He's really strong. It seems that he's going to be recorded in history this time. Chapter 968. Humph. So what if they're in the top 10 of the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard? Let's see if they can kill a gold beast. Did you see that? Brother Xian is the boss of our Dragon Sword Pavilion. We're recruiting. Our Dragon Sword Pavilion is recruiting. The boss is Lin Xian, who just killed a gold beast and was recorded in history. The Dragon Sword Pavilion is now opening up 100 spots for members. It's first come, first served. Don't miss this opportunity. Wang Li began to lead the disciples of the Dragon Sword Pavilion to recruit people on the spot. Needless to say, the effect was particularly good. In an instant, many people ran over. The others were discussing animatedly, and the entire true Marshall Lake was noisy. This news was too shocking. Even the demon-slaying world had a strange phenomenon. It could be said that this was something that had never happened before, and Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng, who had entered the historical records, had become true influential figures in Senma College at this moment. In the sky, on the huge red feather, a few elders were also surprised. There's actually someone who can kill a gold beast, and it's a freshman? Did the demon-slaying world make a mistake? No, I just took a look. The gold beast that was killed had just advanced. Just advanced? But even so, it's not something that those people can fight against, right? A few elders were also discussing quickly, their faces full of doubt. Obviously, these elders were still very doubtful about Lin Xian's ability to kill a gold beast. I wonder if it's possible to show the scene when they killed it? An elder asked. Yes, but it'll take some time. I'm afraid it's impossible now. Perhaps we can only show it after the demon-slaying conference ends. But don't forget that Lin Xian has Morong Qingcheng by his side. That's the little princess of the Morong family. I think she must have some kind of killing weapon in her hands to be able to kill a gold beast. Hearing this, a few elders nodded in agreement. They were also paying special attention to Morong Qingcheng. After all, she was the little princess of the Morong family. In front of them, Dean Xian also nodded slightly. Not bad indeed. Hearing Headmaster Xian's words, the elders stopped their discussion. Dean, where did this brat come from? He can actually walk together with the little princess of the Morong family. As far as I know, that little girl has very high standards. That's right. Besides, the Wanxiang auction was destroyed. With Prince Ling Feng's strength, he would have sent people over as well. Fortunately, you secretly stopped him. Otherwise, I'm afraid that this brat wouldn't even be able to participate in this demon-slaying conference. The elders shifted the topic to Lin Xian. Headmaster Xian stood with her hands behind her back and said calmly, maybe he is the one we are waiting for. What? It's him. Is this true? I always thought it was just a rumor. That's right. Does that person really exist? Several elders were moved. It shouldn't be wrong. Xian Shuozheng said slowly. Next, we have to pay close attention to him. We can't let those old monsters attack him. As for the younger generation, let them deal with it themselves. If he can't even solve these problems, then we don't have to have any expectations for him. Don't worry, Dean. Our Sema College is not to be trifled with. They think that they can control the entire Sky Marshall continent just because they have the support of foreign powers. Another elder snorted coldly. Things are not that bad. At least before the internal strife ends, there won't be too much of a riot. Headmaster Xian said in a deep voice. However, this won't take too long. At least 3 to 5 years, at most 10 years. I'm afraid that the outcome will be decided. And if the other party succeeds, then the Sky Marshall continent will also welcome a disaster. Just like the current Tianan region, another elder frowned. Yes, if the other party succeeds, then the Sky Marshall continent's outcome will be the same as the Tianan region, or even worse. This is also why we can't rashly help the Tianan region. Currently, with our strength, we can't directly clash with the foreign powers. What about the Tianan region? An elder asked. Just keep a close eye on them. There's no need to do anything. We can give them some resources to help. Don't worry, the Tianan region is not so easy to deal with. A few elders quickly discussed, from Lin Xian's identity to the situation in the Tianan region. It seemed that the Sky Marshall continent was not as peaceful as it seemed on the surface. However, Lin Xian did not know any of this. At this moment, he was already dumbfounded, staring blankly at the sky. Morong Qingcheng was also stunned. Her delicate little face was filled with doubt. What does this mean? Lin Xian asked with a pale face. I think it's because we created history and triggered the demon-slaying phenomenon, Morong Qingcheng said. After all, she came from the House of Kings and had seen many things. Phenomenon? Lin Xian frowned. That means that this thing was seen by everyone? It should be. Morong Qingcheng laughed bitterly. F***CK. Hearing this news, Lin Xian jumped up. What was a gold demon beast? It was the overlord of the demon-slaying world. Moreover, it contained an extremely precious gold demon core. That was something that everyone would covet. Now, the news of him having a gold demon core had actually spread. Moreover, it was known to everyone. This put him in an extremely dangerous situation. One had to know that this thing attracted not only Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the others, but also Li Yunfei, Degu, Ao Tian, and the others. If those people made a move, with Lin Xian's current state, he would not be able to contend against them. Even if it was not those super experts, other warriors would group up to find trouble with him. It would also give him a headache. Originally, He wanted to secretly hide the gold demon core and wait until the demon blood pool to take it out to shock the world. However, he did not expect that the demon-slaying world would directly announce the news of him having a gold demon core. Damn it! Lin Xian's face was ugly. He turned around and left. He was now extremely weak. He had to find a safe place to recover. Then, the two of them quickly left the area. At the same time, the entire demon-slaying world began to move. An extremely oppressive aura quickly spread. Countless forces were mobilized to search for Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng. In the eyes of everyone, the two of them were more tempting than any demon beast lair. After all, the gold lair was a forbidden area. Ordinary people did not dare to enter it. However, Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng were different. According to the information they received, the two of them had snatched the gold demon core in the chaos. Therefore, as long as they could find Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng, they believed that they would be able to snatch the gold demon core. For a time, all the teams in the demon-slaying world began to move. They swore to find Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng. However, after searching for a few days, they did not find any trace of them. The two of them seemed to have disappeared and did not appear again. Chapter 969. This made everyone extremely disappointed. After all, the demon-slaying world was still very big. If the two of them really wanted to hide, they would not be able to find each other at all without 10 days to half a month. If that was the case, it would take too much time. They could not just find the two of them. They had to find other monster lairs on the way to prepare for the demon blood pool. Therefore, they did not have much time at all. For a time, many people decided to give up the search. Bang! When Willow Lance heard the news, he waved his fist angrily and blew up a mountain in front of him. Countless gravel splashed like a meteor shower, falling around Willow Lance. Willow Lance's face was ferocious, and his whole body exuded a terrifying aura. Damn thief! Too cowardly! How dare he hide? Willow Lance was very angry. These days he had sent his men to quickly search for him. But no matter how hard he searched, there was no result at all. This drove him crazy. If he could not find Lin Xian, he could not get the Golden Demon Core. Young Master Lu, I have an idea that might be able to force him out, Wei Long said quickly. What is it? Hearing this, Willow Lance raised his eyebrows. According to the information we have, Lin Xian is not acting alone. In addition to Murong Qingcheng, there are also Suyu and the double ghosts of Black and White in his team. If they can team up with Lin Xian, their relationship must be extraordinary. If we can catch those people, I think Lin Xian will definitely come out. Hearing this, Willow Lance's eyes lit up, revealing a terrifying look. Good idea. I'll leave this matter to you. Don't worry, young Master Lu, it will definitely succeed, Wei Long said and patted his chest. Next, Wei Long left with some elite disciples of the Spear God Society and began to catch the double ghosts of Black and White, Suyu and the others. In a remote valley, two figures were sitting cross-legged quietly. These two people were Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng. They quickly left the area that day and came to this remote valley to meditate. They ignored everything that happened in the outside world. The two of them were not injured, but they had expended too much energy. Therefore, after recuperating for 2 days, they had both recovered. However, the two of them did not leave. Instead, they continued to stay in the valley. This battle had given them a lot of inspiration, especially Lin Xian. Cliff was currently undergoing a transformation. To be exact, his soul power had been greatly enhanced. When he was controlling the 10,000 beast Ding, his soul power was almost completely depleted. However, this process also tempered and improved his soul power. Originally, Lin Xian's soul force was equivalent to a Tier 5 alchemist, but now his soul force had risen to the level of a Tier 6 alchemist. He was even at the pinnacle of Tier 6 alchemists. Even a martial artist at the fifth heaven of the Venerable Realm might not have a soul power as strong as his. This was extremely good news to him. After all, after he entered the Exalt realm, it wasn't just his body that had been tempered. Even his soul had been greatly nourished. The so-called martial soul actually contained the power of the soul. However, soul power was extremely difficult to cultivate. It would only increase naturally as one's realm increased. Other than that, other ordinary exalts did not have any good methods. However, Lin Xian was different. As an alchemist, his soul power was already strong. Moreover, he had a way to cultivate his soul power. Now, through the 10,000 life cauldron, his soul power had greatly increased. As a result, although his cultivation did not increase, his strength had increased by a lot. Moreover, his great dragon sword soul had also been nourished and became even stronger than before. As for alchemy, Lin Xian should be able to completely refine Tier 6 alchemy pills. He could even attempt to refine Tier 7 alchemy pills. Tier 6 alchemy pills were already very precious, and Tier 7 alchemy pills were even rarer. Every single one of them was very valuable. It could be said that a Tier 7 alchemist status was extraordinary. As for Lin Xian, he was very close to becoming a Tier 7 alchemist. This battle was too worth it. Not only did he obtain a gold demon core, but his strength had also increased. This made him feel very good. Lin Xian stood up and felt the increase in attack power of the great dragon sword soul. The corner of his mouth raised into a smile. Then he turned his head to the side. Beside him, there was a beautiful figure. Right then, Murong Qingchen opened her eyes as well, a faint smile appearing on her face. Looks like you've had a breakthrough. Lin Xian smiled. Yes, I've gained some insights. Murong Qingchen twirled her hair. Why do I feel like you've gained more than me? She glared at Lin Xian coquettishly. Hee, it's okay. Lin Xian scratched his head and said, We've been in this valley for a long time. Why don't we go out and have a look? Whatever you say, Murong Qingchen said. Then, the two of them turned into two streaks of light and rushed into the sky. They knew that if they stayed in the valley, no one would be able to discover them. This was a very safe choice for them. Moreover, the two of them had enough demon cores. However, Lin Xian chose to leave. No matter how many demon cores he had to pass the last guardian to enter the demon blood pool. If he couldn't pass the guardian, the precious gold demon cores in his hands would become a pile of useless stones. Therefore, no matter how dangerous it was outside, he had to go to the last guardian. Lin Xian took out the map and identified the direction. Then he flew towards the north. There was a big canyon there. That was the place where they had agreed to meet with the twin ghosts of Black and White and Suyu. Half a day later, the two of them arrived at the top of the canyon. Then they swayed their bodies and descended. At this moment, there were 4 figures waiting anxiously beside the canyon. Suddenly, they heard the sound of something breaking through the air above them. They immediately looked up. When they saw Lin Xian and Murong Qingchen, Suyu and the others exclaimed in joy, Junior brother Lin, junior sister Murong, you're fine. That's great. Suyu heaved a sigh of relief. The other 3 were also excited. They had also seen the big golden words in the sky and knew that Lin Xian and Murong Qingchen had killed a gold demon beast. In their eyes, this was a miracle. However, while Suyu and the others were excited, they also looked worried. Lin Xian looked around and didn't see the twin ghosts of Black and White. He smiled and said, What's wrong? Did those 2 go out to rob again? Junior brother Lin, Suyu, and the others looked like they wanted to say something. What's wrong? Seeing their expressions, Lin Xian frowned. Senior sister Su, we're all on the same side. If you have something to say, just say it, Murong Qingchen said. The twin ghosts of black and white might be in danger, Suyu said worriedly. What happened? Senior Sister Sue, tell me in detail. Hearing that the twin ghosts of black and white were in danger, Lin Xian's face darkened. Chapter 970. It's like this. The news of the two of you killing a gold-ranked beast has spread throughout the monster-slaying world. Everyone knows that you have a gold-ranked demon core. Moreover, after the Hidden Dragon Society spread rumors, everyone thinks that the two of you snatched the gold-ranked demon core during the chaos. So, countless forces want to find the two of you and snatch the gold-ranked demon core from you. However, they've been looking for you for many days and haven't found you. Many people have given up. Then, a force called the Spear Society started hunting us, and the black-white double demons. They probably heard some news and wanted to catch us and force you out. The black-white double demons went out alone to lure them away to protect us. It's been more than a day. I don't know what's going on with them. Hearing this, Lin Xian's face darkened. Murong Qingqing's face also turned cold. What kind of force is the Spear Society? Lin Xian asked in a low voice. This was because he didn't remember having any interactions with the Spear Society. The Spear Society is an organization founded by Willow Lance, who's ranked fourth on the Mystic Sovereign Leaderboard. Willow Lance. Lin Xian frowned. Then he remembered that before the monster-slaying conference started, a guy with a blood-red spear on his back had come to find trouble with him. He wasn't in the academy at that time. That person had injured Dongfang Xiong and the others and left. He didn't expect that person to appear again. Willow Lance, right? Let's settle the old and new grudges together. Lin Xian clenched his fists. A sharp sword light flashed in his eyes. Willow Lance had hurt the people around him more than once and had crossed his bottom line. This time, he didn't plan to let them go. Lin Xian didn't expect that someone would kidnap the people around him to threaten him. This had crossed his bottom line. Therefore, he wouldn't let this matter rest. Do you know where they went? Lin Xian asked. He was a little worried. Since the other party dared to capture the black-white double demons, it meant that they had the confidence to do so. Therefore, he had to find the black-white double demons as soon as possible. At that time, they ran east. As for what happened later, I don't know. Suyu said, after separating from the black-white double ghosts, they had been waiting in the canyon, so they were not very clear about what had happened outside. Don't worry, we'll just head east to search, Lin Xian comforted. Then they quickly got up and flew toward the east. Along the way, they passed by a stronghold. Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing did not enter, while Suyu and the others went in to quickly gather information. Not long after, they came out. How is it? Did you hear anything useful? Lin Xian asked. Yes, I found the black-white double demons. They're trapped in the White Bone Mountain. Suyu and the others had strange expressions on their faces. White Bone Mountain. Do you know the location? Let's hurry over. We know the location, but there are some changes, Suyu said. The black-white double demons injured the people who were chasing them, but they didn't leave. Instead, they directly challenged Willow Lance. Now, many people have heard the news. At this moment, many warriors are flying toward the White Bone Mountain. Hearing this, Lin Xian's mouth twitched slightly. These two guys were really bold. However, after these days of interaction, he knew the black-white double demons' way of doing things. They were not people who would take any losses. After being chased for so long, they must be very angry. It was reasonable for them to challenge Willow Lance. It seemed that these two guys would be fine in the short term. Lin Xian and the others were relieved. Junior brother Lin, I think you shouldn't go. After all, they caught us to lure you out. This time, the battle between the black-white double demons and Willow Lance will definitely attract a lot of people. If you go, I'm afraid it will be very dangerous. Don't worry, Senior Sister Sue. We can even kill a golden demon beast. Why should we be afraid of those people? Lin Xian smiled. To be honest, he was not very worried now because he was not afraid of those people before. Now that his strength had increased again, he was even less worried. If someone is stupid, I'll let him know how I got my golden demon core. Su Yu and the others smiled bitterly. She found that the people around her were not people who would suffer losses. However, she also knew that Lin Xian had the right to say such words. Moreover, the people from the Spear God Society were really too much. If it were not for her strength, she would also want to teach them a lesson. Then the group went on their way and flew toward the White Bone Mountain. The White Bone Mountain was a very famous mountain in the demon-slaying world. Because it was made of white bones, the huge white bones were more terrifying and spectacular than real boulders. Rumor had it that the White Bone Mountain was actually the corpse of a demon beast. However, not many people believed it because the White Bone Mountain was too high. It was thousands of feet high, and it was a continuous mountain range. If it was really the corpse of a demon beast, then the demon beast was too terrifying. A demon beast that was thousands of feet high, what kind of demon beast was it? No one had ever heard of it. However, this did not affect the reputation of the White Bone Mountain at all, because the demon blood pool was just behind the White Bone Mountain. Moreover, the 3 legendary gatekeepers were also in the White Bone Mountain. However, the 3 gatekeepers should be in the depths of the White Bone Mountain. At least those who were in the 3rd leg would not have the chance to see them. Usually, the White Bone Mountain was surrounded by Ghost Cry, and the demon Chi was thick. There were not many people, but now it was very lively. At this moment, countless warriors were heading toward the White Bone Mountain. All of them were very excited. In the middle of the mountain, there was a vast flat area, and this was the place where the most warriors were. In the middle of the flat area stood 2 figures, one black and one white. They were the black-white double ghosts. Opposite them was a man with a blood-red spear on his back, who was sitting cross-legged. He was surrounded by a group of warriors from the Spear Club, all of them looking serious. Outside were the other warriors who had come to watch the fight. The warriors looked at the scene and discussed animatedly. They were very excited. The black-white double ghosts were very famous, and everyone knew about them. Willow Lance was even more impressive. As a super expert ranked 4th on the Mystic Sovereign list, he could be said to be very powerful. The battle between the 2 of them could be said to have attracted everyone's attention. In an instant, all kinds of discussions broke out, all of them discussing the upcoming battle. Although the black-white double ghosts are powerful, they are overestimating themselves if they want to challenge Willow Lance. What do you know? Back then, they dared to challenge Li Yunfei before they went into seclusion. Now that they have come out of seclusion, what's the fuss about challenging Willow Lance? These 2 are also big dark horses. I wonder if they will succeed in their challenge. Two figures stood on top of the mountain in the distance, looking down like gods and demons. That's the black-white double demons that challenged you. A stalwart man with a black long sword on his back said, "That's right, it's them. After their defeat last time, they went into seclusion. I didn't expect them to appear at the demon-slaying gathering this time." On the other side, a handsome young man said with his hands behind his back, "Their strength has increased a lot after coming out of seclusion this time. However, it seems like there's still no match for Willow Lance." The 2 people who spoke were Dugu Aotian and Li Yunfei. The battle had attracted the 2 of them, but they did not appear in the belly of the mountain like the others. Instead, they came to the high mountain peak. Looking down from there, they had a panoramic view of everything below. Willow Lance is indeed much stronger. Looking at his vitality, he must have practiced the furious dragon spear technique to the great accomplishment stage. However, it still doesn't seem to be enough to deal with the gatekeeper. Duga Aoqian said in a deep voice. Li Yunfei also sighed. He did not know what Red Buddha was doing, but he did not participate in the demon-slaying gathering this time. Originally, with his strength as the third on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard, he should be able to fight against a gatekeeper. However, he did not appear. Is Willow Lance really going to be the third candidate to fight against the gatekeeper? Li Yunfei frowned slightly. This gatekeeper's challenge was related to whether or not they could enter the final demonic blood pool. There could not be any mistakes. Willow Lance is a little reluctant. If it doesn't work out, let him and Chi Hao fight against the third gatekeeper together. Although it won't be a perfect pass, it's still much better than failing. A perfect pass meant that they would be able to obtain the most benefits from the demonic blood pool. However, if there were more people fighting against the gatekeeper, the benefits in the demonic blood pool would decrease. Therefore, a 3-on-3 was the most ideal choice. However, if it did not work out, they could only go 4-on-3. Actually, there's another choice, Dugu Aoqian said. You mean Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing? Li Yunfei frowned. I know you have some friction with that kid, but I have to admit that both of them are strong. At the very least, they were able to kill a gold-colored beast. I think they must have some trump cards up their sleeves. I think that the chances of Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing fighting against the last gatekeeper are higher than Willow Lance and Chi Hao. Hearing this, Li Yunfei raised his eyebrows. His eyes were filled with surprise. He did not expect Dugu Aoqian to have such a high opinion of Lin Xian. However, when Lin Xian was mentioned, he did feel a little uncomfortable. Before the demonic slaying conference, he did not take Lin Xian seriously at all. He thought that Lin Xian was just an ant that wanted to get close to Morong Qingqing to gain some benefits. However, he did not expect that Lin Xian would be able to kill a gold-colored beast in such a short period of time. It was even recorded in the history of the demonic slaying world. The difference between before and after was too great. Even he was shocked when he found out. Let's wait and see. Li Yunfei took a deep breath. Anyway, this battle is to lure that kid out. I think it won't be long before Lin Xian and Willow Lance fight. At that time, whoever wins will take on the task of fighting the third gatekeeper. All right, Dugu Aoqian nodded. The two of them did not say anything else and looked down again. Below, the black-white double ghosts could not take it anymore. They roared angrily, and their auras quickly exploded. Two extremely powerful forces surged out and quickly swept out in all directions. Immediately, the surrounding people cried out in surprise and kept retreating. Their eyes were filled with shock. As expected of the black-white double ghosts, they're really fierce. Judging by their auras, they probably have the strength of the top 10 on the Mystic Venerable leaderboard. They're too strong. No wonder they dared to challenge Willow Lance. Humph, their auras are not bad. Indeed, they have the qualifications to enter the top 10 on the Mystic Venerable leaderboard. However, you have no chance of winning against me. Willow Lance sneered disdainfully. Then he slowly stood up. The chi and blood in his body churned like an angry dragon roaring and gushing out quickly. Terrifying energy spread out in all directions as if a peerless beast was quickly awakening. Chapter 972. So powerful. The surrounding warriors trembled and quickly retreated. The aura was so strong that it made it difficult for them to breathe. It was as if the spiritual power in their bodies had been frozen. The black-white double demons were also shocked. They did not expect Willow Lance's aura to be so powerful. It seemed that he had improved greatly during this time. Although they were shocked, they were not afraid. They even dared to challenge Li Yunfei and the others, let alone Willow Lance, who was ranked fourth. With a roar, the black-white double demons fought back with all their might. Black chi gushed out of the black demon's body and formed a black moon behind him. The white demon shouted, and a white silk snake quickly formed beside her. It was ferocious and terrifying. Then the two of them launched 2 attacks at the willow spear. A 300-meter-long crescent-shaped sword, Chi suddenly slashed down from the sky with unparalleled power. It was extremely sharp. The white demon waved her hand, and her spiritual power surged. Her body emitted a white light, and palm shadows danced in the air like white spiritual snakes. The black-white double ghosts attacked together, unleashing terrifying attacks as they rushed towards Lu Chang. "Humph, you're just an ant. How dare you compete with the sun and moon?" Willow Lance sneered and pulled out the blood-red spear from his back. The moment he held the spear, endless blood-red light gushed out of his body. It was as if thousands of blood-red rainbows were rushing in all directions. Then Willow Lance raised his blood-red spear and stabbed it out. The spear was like a stunning rainbow, and was as fast as blood-red lightning. It was extremely sharp. Boom. In the next moment, the two collided and made a shocking sound. Endless light flashed and formed a rain of light that fell quickly. After the attack, the black-white double demons turned pale and took 3 steps back. Their eyes were filled with shock. On the other hand, Willow Lance stood with his spear like a rock. There was obvious disdain on his face. So powerful. This aura is definitely not an ordinary 3rd-level honorable. Many people exclaimed, "Is this the power of the 4th on the Mystic Honorable Leaderboard?" Jiang Yan looked at Willow Lance in front of him and said in a serious tone. On the other side, Chi Hao's brows were tightly knitted together. This fellow's strength has become stronger again. How is this possible? He was simply too shocked. As a super powerhouse ranked 5th on the Mystic Sovereign Leaderboard, he often battled with Willow Lance. Therefore, he was very clear about the strength of Willow Lance. In the past, Willow Lance was not as strong as it was now. This fellow is too terrifying. Chi Hao felt his scalp go numb. The twin ghosts of black and white were even more shocked. Their arms were numb, and the immense power caused their blood to churn. Their eyes were filled with shock. Although they had the combat strength of the top 10 on the Mystic Sovereign Leaderboard, they had not been able to withstand the blow and had almost vomited blood. The gap between them was too big. Thinking of this, their eyes were filled with fury, and their entire being became extremely ferocious. They couldn't bear it. They couldn't accept this fact. After all, their ultimate goal after coming out of seclusion was Li Yunfei. However, they couldn't even defeat the 4th-ranked Willow Lance. So how could they challenge Li Yunfei? The two of them looked at each other, and then the aura in their bodies began to become strange. "I don't believe that you can take this blow from us," Black Demon said through gritted teeth. "Use whatever moves you have. Don't worry, I won't kill you, at least not before that kid comes." Willow Lance's voice was cold as he looked down at the two of them. The twin ghosts of black and white did not say anything else. Instead, they quickly circulated the spiritual power in their bodies. In the next moment, the two of them did not hesitate and quickly summoned their martial souls. Balls of black aura surged out of Black Demon's body and merged with the black moon. The white phosphorus serpent beside the white fiend also became more solid. It was lifelike like a real demon king. In the next moment, the two of them shouted and quickly connected. The black and white aura in their bodies merged and formed an yin-yang diagram. Suddenly, an even more terrifying power was released. "You have this technique? Your power has indeed increased, but it's still useless against me." Willow Lance sneered disdainfully. "Whether it's useful or not, you'll find out soon enough." Black Demon snorted. then shouted, "Merge!" Along with this sound, the two martial artists collided quickly and then emitted endless black and white light. The black and white light was so dazzling that everyone couldn't help but close their eyes. It was impossible to see what was going on inside. However, judging from the aura fluctuations, the two of them must have used their ultimate moves. This was because the aura emitted by the two of them was no weaker than Willow Lance's. Soon, under everyone's attention, the black and white aura quickly disappeared. Then, a behemoth appeared in front of everyone. This is, looking at the figure in front of them, everyone was stunned. How is this possible? How did they do it? Everyone was shocked, and disbelief was written all over their faces. Even Willow Lance was shocked, and a look of surprise appeared on his face. Martial soul fusion? They can actually fuse their martial souls. Willow Lance was indeed shocked because the two of them had fused their martial souls and formed a black and white dragon. The surrounding martial artists were even more shocked, and their eyes almost popped out. Martial soul fusion. They had never seen such a technique before. Moreover, it was needless to say that this technique was very terrifying because the white-scaled snake from before had turned into a dragon at this moment, and its strength should have increased by a lot. As expected of the black and white double demons, they can even think of such a fierce move. No wonder he dared to challenge Willow Lance. This martial soul fusion technique can maximize the strength of both of them. I think his strength now is not much weaker than Willow Lance's. Many people were discussing and were extremely excited. Liu Chong, on the other hand, recovered from his initial shock. He looked at the black and white serpent and sneered. Transforming a snake into a dragon, it is indeed a good technique. However, you have challenged the wrong person. No matter how powerful you are still a dragon. How can you compare to a real dragon? Willow Lance said coldly with a trace of sharpness in his voice. In the next moment, clenched his blood-red spear, and a scarlet light emerged from his body. A strange pattern appeared on the spear, exuding a sharp aura. Willow Lance also roared angrily. Angry dragon spear technique. The spear pierced out like an angry dragon, and the terrifying spear light turned into a blood-red dragon, roaring in the air. On the opposite side, the black and white double demons also roared and jointly controlled the black and white dragon in the sky to spiral down. Rumble. In the end, the two attacks collided, and a terrifying vibration sounded, shaking the whole world. The huge mountain of white bones shook as if it would collapse at any time. The terrifying spiritual power was vast and mighty, and the surrounding martial artists were blown away. This attack was too terrifying, as if it could destroy the world. Then, two screams sounded, and the black and white double demons flew back, vomiting blood. Their faces were extremely pale, and their eyes were filled with horror. Chapter 973. In front of them, the black and white dragon became dim and weak, as if it would dissipate at any moment. On the other hand, the crimson dragon bared its fangs and brandished its claws. It was extremely ferocious and could tear everything apart. Seeing this, everyone knew that the black-white double ghosts had lost. Although their martial soul fusion was very strange and powerful, Willow Lance was even more powerful. His raging dragon spear technique had reached the greater success stage and was extremely powerful. The spear was like a crimson dragon, extremely terrifying. At this moment, the crimson dragon roared and blasted the black and white dragon away. Then it pounced on the black-white double ghosts in an even more ferocious manner. In an instant, the crimson spear was in front of the black-white double ghosts, and was about to pierce them. If the spear pierced them, the black-white double ghosts would definitely be teleported out of the monster-slaying world. Many people exclaimed. They didn't expect the black-white double ghosts to be so powerful. In the end, they were still defeated. Not only that, they might even bid farewell to the monster-slaying world. At this moment, a cold snort was heard. Then, a purple light curtain appeared beside the black-white double ghosts and completely enveloped them. Not only that, but there was also a sword chi in the void. It was like a shocking rainbow that slashed toward the crimson dragon. Boom! The two collided again with an earth-shattering sound. Terrifying energy spread out in all directions. Fortunately, the black-white double ghosts had the purple light curtain to protect them, blocking all the energy impact. As for the incomparably powerful blood-colored dragon, it was also blocked by the mysterious sword chi. What? Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. They thought that the black-white double ghosts were going to leave the monster-slaying world completely. However, at the last moment, there was a shocking reversal. The black-white double ghosts were pale. Looking at the scene in front of them, they heaved a sigh of relief. Damn, Brat, you're finally here, but you shouldn't have come. They naturally knew who attacked. There was only one person who could unleash such a powerful sword chi. Although they were happy, they were also worried at the same time. Willow Lance was also shocked. A cold light bloomed in his eyes. He stared at the void and said coldly, "You actually dare to appear. How dare you? Didn't you do so much to lure me out? Now that I'm here, you can come at me." A deep voice with a trace of coldness was heard. "Lin Xian, it's Lin Xian." Hearing this sound, someone cried out in alarm. What? Lin Xian? He actually dared to come out. Doesn't he know that Willow Lance is trying to capture him? That's too stupid. Isn't doing that tantamount to sending a sheep into a tiger's den? Not necessarily. Just now, he blocked Willow Lance's attack. Maybe he has the strength to contend against Willow Lance. Everyone was discussing animatedly, but, without exception, they were all very excited. Above the clouds, at the peak of the mountain, Dugu Aotian and Li Yunfei narrowed their eyes and said in a low voice, "He's finally here. Let me see if you're qualified to challenge the third keeper." Dugu Aotian and Li Yunfei's hearts were also focused because this battle was related to who would be able to challenge the last guardian. Below, the void rippled, and two figures quickly appeared. They were Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng. The moment Lin Xian appeared, the surrounding martial artists all held their breaths, their eyes blazing with a fiery light. Many greedy eyes looked up at the sky. One had to know that Lin Xian had a golden demon core in his hands. Although everyone was excited, no one dared to make a move because Lin Xian's attack was too terrifying. Other than Willow Lance, no one would be able to block it. However, they were not completely without a chance. As long as Lin Xian and Willow Lance fought, in the end, both sides might be injured. As long as the situation was chaotic, they would be able to make a move. Therefore, everyone suppressed the excitement in their hearts and waited patiently. At the same time, they also wanted to know if Lin Xian really had the strength to contend against Willow Lance. In the crowd, Jiang Yan saw Lin Xian's figure and immediately snorted coldly, his face gloomy. It was because of that despicable brat that their hidden dragon society lost more than 10 elite disciples, and even Tang Er was chased out of the monster-slaying realm. Moreover, he had to escape in a sorry state. Therefore, he would definitely take revenge. "Brat, you've finally come out. I've been looking for you for a long time." Willow Lance stared at Lin Xian and sneered, "But you're really stupid. You were forced out by such a small trick. How boring. You think too much. I'm not here because of your trick." Lin Xian said coldly, "You dared to attack the people around me twice. Do you think I'll let you go?" Hearing this, everyone was shocked, and their hearts beat wildly. Lin Xian was too domineering. Being forced out and taking the initiative to take revenge were two different things. The former was forced out and had no choice but to come out. The latter only did so because he was confident and had the strength. Obviously, Lin Xian was here today for revenge. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Willow Lance's face also darkened. He said coldly, "You're really a sharp-tongued brat. But no matter what you say, you won't change the fact that you'll be defeated by me. If you obediently hand over the Golden Demon Core and Lone Star Sword, I'll give you a quick death." "Cut the crap," Lin Xian interrupted. "I won't give you a chance to beg for mercy." With that, he pulled out the Lone Star Sword. The sword vibrated and countless sword shadows appeared, filling the entire sky and emitting a terrifying light. A shocking sword aura shot up and pierced through the clouds. At this moment, Lin Xian was incomparably cold. He was indeed angry. His opponent's actions had made him feel ashamed and angry. Therefore, he did not intend to hold back in this battle. Feeling the sharp sword aura emanating from Lin Xian, Murong Qingcheng also wanted to retreat with the twin ghosts of Black and White Suyu and the others. The twin ghosts of Black and White clutched their chests and said with difficulty, "Let that brat deal with Willow Lance by himself. Why don't you go and help him?" "Don't worry, he can do it." Murong Qingcheng smiled. On the other hand, Willow Lance's face completely darkened. A newborn ant dared to draw his sword at him. This was a complete provocation. Moreover, as one of Prince Ling Feng's men, he would not let Lin Xian go. Therefore, no matter what, Lin Xian must die today. "Die, brat." Willow Lance gripped the blood-red spear tightly and then stabbed it out. This spear was extremely sharp. The terrifying spear light pierced through the sky and lit up the entire sky. The clouds in all directions were shaken away, and a huge crack appeared in the sky. It was a shocking sight. Everyone was terrified and dumbfounded. Just how powerful did it take to pierce through the sky with a single spear? At this moment, Willow Lance completely exploded. His black hair fluttered in the wind, and his body was vigorous like a real dragon. His entire body emitted a blood-red light that was extremely hot. A pair of big hands gripped the blood-red spear tightly and stabbed it quickly. It had to be said that Willow Lance was too powerful. He was far from being comparable to Jiang Yan, Tang Er, and the others. This was a true super powerhouse. This spear was very fast. It was like a blood-red lightning bolt that pierced through the sky and stabbed at Lin Xian. Chapter 974. Die, brat. You dared to touch my friend and angered me. So, you'll be the one to die. Lin Xian's voice was cold. He held the Lone Star Sword tightly and slashed out fearlessly. Boom. A terrifying collision sound was heard as the entire space exploded. The blood-red spear light and sharp sword chi were everywhere in the void, as if the world was about to be destroyed. The entire sky was covered by these lights, which spread for hundreds of miles. He didn't die. Willow Lance was surprised. He realized that Lin Xian hadn't been assassinated. His powerful aura was still there. This surprised him. One had to know that the power of his spear was extremely terrifying. A third heaven, venerable realm martial artist couldn't withstand it at all. However, Lin Xian was able to withstand it. This surprised him greatly. Lin Xian was also slightly moved. Although Lin Xian was arrogant and despicable, he had to admit that he was indeed powerful. The power of this spear was too terrifying. It was as if a true dragon was continuously attacking. There was also a trace of terrifying destructive aura in it. With a flash of light, Lin Xian and Willow Lance's figures appeared in front of everyone again. What? He's fine. Seeing this scene, everyone was stunned. They didn't expect Lin Xian to be able to withstand this amazing spear attack. It could be said that Lin Xian's performance was beyond everyone's expectations. Willow Lance snorted coldly. You do have some ability. No wonder you dare to be so arrogant. But let's see how many spears you can take. Willow Lance was emitting a terrifying aura. There was a blood-red glow in his eyes as he opened and closed them. The aura on his body was too powerful. He was like a god of war, sharp and unstoppable. With a long roar, he attacked again with his spear. Furious Dragon Spear Technique. Willow Lance held the blood-red spear in his hand. His body emitted a blood-red glow. Streaks of shocking spear light flashed. It was as if a mountain was being split open. It was as if the sky was being torn apart. In the end, countless spear lights gathered together and shook the entire space. Lin Xian's expression was cold. There was a sharp sword light flashing in his eyes. Terrifying sword qi also surrounded his body. The great dragon sword soul in his body surged, providing him with the most powerful combat strength. A shocking sword qi tore through the sky and quickly slashed down. It was like a bolt of lightning descending from the sky, causing everyone's ears to ring and unable to stand steadily. The sword light was like the 9 heavens' thunder tribulation. It was so terrifying that the entire Whitebone Mountain was trembling. Everyone was shocked, and their faces were incomparably pale. No matter what, even if Lin Xian was defeated in the end, it was still enough to shock the world. That was because he was simply too powerful, especially that sword. Its attack power was astonishing, as if it could split the world apart. Terrifying energy surged, drowning the entire sky. After the violent explosion, 2 figures quickly retreated, standing on opposite sides. Everyone looked up at the sky, and their hearts trembled violently. Neither of them was injured, and their auras were becoming stronger and stronger. They could not help but be shocked. Willow Lance was a super strong fighter ranked 4th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. Everyone could understand why he was not injured. However, Lin Xian, a freshman, was actually unharmed. This made them extremely shocked. That brat must have used some kind of powerful defensive technique. Otherwise, he would not have been able to block such a powerful energy attack. Everyone was amazed. At the same time, they were extremely shocked. Lin Xian was too powerful, and his attack power was terrifying. It would be difficult for others to snatch the Golden Demon Core from him. At the moment, Willow Lance was the only one with hope. I was wondering what it was. It turns out that you've used some kind of defensive secret technique. However, so what if your defense is strong? My attack power is not something you can imagine. Willow Lance's voice was cold, and his eyes were burning with anger. Actually, he was not as calm as he looked on the surface. That was because he had tied with his opponent in both attacks. If his opponent was a super strong fighter ranked 3rd on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard, then it would be fine. However, his opponent was not. He was just a freshman. He could not accept that. Therefore, he did not plan to hold back and was prepared to attack with all his might. Brat, I've had enough fun. When you're transported out of the demon-slaying world, I'll take the treasure from you. Now, you can die safely. Then Willow Lance took a step forward and looked down at Lin Xian like a god of war. Above his head, an endless amount of blood-red qi surged and quickly condensed into the shadow of a blood-red spear. In the next moment, a shocking power was emitted. It was as if it could split mountains and rivers and crush everything. Martial soul. This is the power of a martial soul. Willow Lance had summoned his martial soul. It seemed that he planned to finish off his opponent in one move. Indeed, the blood-red spear shadow was Willow Lance's martial soul. Although they had tied, Willow Lance had decided not to waste any more of his energy with his opponent. After all, the longer he dragged it out, the more embarrassed he would be. He had to use his strongest attack to kill his opponent. Only then would it be in line with his reputation. As the blood-red spear, martial soul condensed, streaks of blood-red spear radiance shot into the sky, connecting heaven and earth. In an instant, the entire sky was blood-red. It was boundless. In the next moment, his martial soul merged with the spear in his hand. It emitted a dazzling light, like a blood-red sun. It was extremely dazzling. Willow Lance's black hair fluttered in the wind. Every move he made had a kind of spirit that could swallow mountains and rivers and crush everything. He was like a god who wanted to crush Lin Xian in a very powerful manner. The surrounding warriors trembled and could not help but want to kneel down. In their eyes, Willow Lance was like a god of war. He was unstoppable. His aura made them tremble from the depths of their hearts. You want to finish me in one move? Well, as you wish. Lin Xian's voice was cold. The great dragon sword soul in his body erupted again. An extremely fierce aura filled his body. In front of him, an ice lotus rotated, releasing a terrifying ice power. It was vast and mighty, as if it was going to freeze the entire Whitebone Mountain. Then, under Lin Xian's control, the ice lotus covered the Lone Star Sword. The entire Lone Star Sword emitted a cold aura, as if it was a sword of ice. Lin Xian moved quickly in the void and rushed toward Willow Lance. Waves of bone-chilling ice energy quickly bloomed, and the extremely powerful great dragon sword soul was also contained within. Bang! The two collided, and an earth-shattering battle broke out. Countless rays of light scattered in all directions. At this moment, everyone's heart trembled. Lin Xian was too powerful. He was like a peerless sword immortal. He was so fierce that Willow Lance was forced to retreat. Die, brat. Lu Chong was completely enraged. He had already summoned his martial soul and used his strongest attack. He originally thought that he could kill his opponent with one move, but he did not expect that he would be beaten back by his opponent. This made him feel like he was going crazy and wanted to die. He could not stand it anymore. He decisively used a killing move of the Angry Dragon Spear art, wanting to kill his opponent. Angry Dragon Spear art, dragon soaring through the 9 heavens, the blood-red light converged to form a huge real dragon that circled Willow Lance. Chapter 975. In the next moment, as the blood-colored spear in his hand pierced out, the huge dragon shadow also roared and rushed forward. Let's end this. Lin Xian's voice was cold. He was like a sword god, slashing out a sword aura that pierced through heaven and earth as it rushed forward quickly. Wherever the sword chi passed, the void would be sliced apart. A terrifying sword scar would appear on the ground, extending into the distance. In the void, the blood-colored dragon was also cut in half by the sword. The huge corpse split open in the air, causing countless airwaves. However, it was not over yet. The shocking sword aura instantly arrived in front of Willow Lance and enveloped him. Block it! Willow Lance roared as the blood-colored light around his body condensed, forming a huge defensive light shield that covered his body to resist the sword aura. Bang! It was as if 2 huge mountains had collided, and a terrifying sound rang out. Then Willow Lance flew backward like a meteorite. He smashed more than 10 mountains in a row before he stopped and landed in a pile of rubble. What? Willow Lance lost? Everyone was stunned as they stared blankly at the scene, unable to believe it. Jiang Yan and the others' pupils contracted as their minds went blank. That was Willow Lance, a super powerhouse ranked 4th. However, he was defeated, and he was defeated by Lin Xian. Willow Lance was sent flying by a sword, which shocked everyone. Even Dugu Aotian and Li Yunfei on the mountain peak were surprised. They knew that Lin Xian was strong, but they did not expect him to be so strong that he could defeat Willow Lance. In other words, his strength was above Willow Lance's. No wonder he could kill a gold-colored beast. Dugu Aotian's lips curled up slightly. The stronger the opponent was, the higher their chances of defeating the gatekeeper. Li Yunfei's face was a little ugly. He did not want Lin Xian to win. After all, he had warned Lin Xian before, and they were somewhat hostile. At that time, he didn't take Lin Xian seriously. He thought that the gap between them was like heaven and earth, and that Lin Xian would never be able to catch up to him. However, he didn't expect his opponent to improve so quickly that he could already defeat Willow Lance. Judging from the strength that he had displayed, Lin Xian could already enter the top 3 of the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. However, although he didn't believe it, the truth was right in front of him. In the ruins below, Willow Lance struggled to stand up. The armor on his chest had long been shattered, and countless cracks had spread throughout it. His eyes were filled with terror. Impossible! I won't lose. How could I lose to him? Willow Lance shook his head frantically. He could not accept this reality. He was a super strong fighter, ranked 4th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. How could he lose to a new student? Furthermore, he had prepared too much for this demon-slaying conference. Originally, he had thought that his current strength was enough to squeeze into the top 3 of the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. He had not expected to be defeated here. I don't believe it. I won't lose. Willow Lance roared at the sky with a crazed expression. However, his voice soon stopped abruptly. It was as if someone had strangled him. It was very strange. This was because Lin Xian had suddenly appeared in front of him. The cold edge of his sword was pressed against his throat. If he dared to scream again, he believed that the long sword would definitely pierce through his body. Feeling the cold aura from the sword, Willow Lance trembled. Fear rose in his heart. What are you trying to do? He suppressed the fear in his heart. He couldn't help but be afraid now. The sword just now had already seriously injured him. Now his opponent was pressing a long sword against his vitals. If he didn't handle this well, he might be killed and teleported out of the demon-slaying world. If that happened, he would be in big trouble. He had prepared a lot for the demon-slaying conference. If he was teleported out now, all his previous efforts would be in vain. Brat, I'm warning you. I'm Prince Ling Feng's man. You can't kill me. I can't kill you? Lin Xian sneered. Who do you think you are? I even destroyed the Wanxiang auction. You're nothing. Also, you can't blame anyone for your situation today. If you didn't cause trouble for me and threaten the people around me, I wouldn't even know who you are. I wouldn't even have fought with you. However, you dug your own grave and attacked the people around me. You can't blame me for what happens next. With that, Lin Xian's body emitted a murderous aura. The Lone Star sword in his hand slashed down quickly. No, Willow Lance was finally afraid. A deep sense of fear and unwillingness appeared in his eyes. He didn't expect Lin Xian to ignore his identity and attack him directly. The surrounding crowd also exclaimed. They didn't expect Lin Xian to really attack. Many people even cried out in shock. Clang! However, in the next moment, the sound of metal clashing rang out and shook the surroundings. Lin Xian frowned and quickly retreated. A huge force had hit the Lone Star sword and caused it to deviate from its target. Hearing the explosion next to him, Willow Lance suddenly opened his eyes. He was ecstatic when he realized that he wasn't dead. The surrounding crowd also exclaimed. They didn't expect the situation to change at the last moment. On the other hand, Lin Xian's brows were tightly furrowed as he quickly scanned the surroundings. In the next moment, he narrowed his eyes. He saw 2 figures appear. Their bodies were emitting rays of light. They quickly descended from the mountain and appeared on the battlefield in a flash. Seeing the two people, Lin Xian was slightly surprised. The surrounding crowd also exclaimed, "Dugu Aoqian, Li Yunfei." They didn't expect the two of them to appear at the last moment. One should know that the two of them were the top disciples of Senma College. They were much more famous than Willow Lance. In the hearts of the crowd, Dugu Aoqian and Li Yunfei were the real giants. "You've already won. Why do you have to kill him?" Li Yunfei said coldly, "All right, let Willow Lance apologize, and this matter will be over. After all, he's quite strong. He might be useful in the final battle of the Demon Blood Pool," Dugu Aoqian said. Demon Blood Pool battle? Hearing this, everyone pricked up their ears. Lin Xian's eyes also flickered. Li Yunfei said in a deep voice, "You all know that the White Bone Mountain is where the final gatekeepers are. There are 3 gatekeepers on the 3 highest peaks. Only by defeating all 3 of them can we pass through the White Bone Mountain and enter the Demon Blood Pool at the back to reap the benefits. The fewer people we use to challenge the gatekeepers, the more benefits we will reap in the Demon Blood Pool. Logically speaking, one person challenging all the gatekeepers is the best situation. However, I'm sorry to tell everyone that this is impossible. The gatekeepers this time are extremely strong. Dugu, and I can't challenge them even if we work together. Therefore, the ideal choice now is to challenge one gatekeeper each. Originally, this matter should be taken up by the top 3 on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. However, the 3rd-ranked Red Buddha didn't participate in the demon-slaying conference this time. Therefore, the 3rd challenger will be chosen from among you. Chapter 976. Originally, we had decided on Willow Lance, but it looks like we'll have to change the challenger. Lin Xian, are you willing to be the 3rd challenger? Of course, if you're not willing, we won't force you. Hearing that, Lin Xian frowned slightly, and his eyes flickered. He had a conflict with Li Yunfei before, but now was not the time to settle it. Joining forces to fight against the 3 gatekeepers was the most important thing. However, he did not expect the final gatekeeper to be so powerful that even Dugu Aoqian and Li Yunfei could not pass through him. Moreover, what surprised him even more was that the 3rd challenger slot seemed to have fallen into his hands. Seeing that Lin Xian seemed to be hesitating, Dugu Aoqian said, "Junior brother Lin becoming a challenger is an honor and a form of affirmation. If you can accept and succeed in the challenge, you'll be a great contributor to the entire academy." Contributor? Hearing that, Lin Xian shook his head slightly, then said, "Are there any substantial benefits?" He did not care about such an illusory title. He wanted to know that since there were challengers, there would definitely be additional rewards. Dugu Aoqian said in a low voice, "If the challenger succeeds in the challenge, he'll receive a golden demon core. Moreover, it's a real golden demon core, not the one that just evolved into a golden demon beast." A golden demon core. Hearing that, everyone exclaimed, and their eyes lit up again. They did not expect the challenger to receive such a great benefit. Moreover, hearing Dugu Aoqian's words, it seemed that the golden demon core reward was even better than the one in Lin Xian's hands. Hearing that, everyone gulped. They did not expect the challenger's reward to be so good, directly giving out a golden demon core. Suddenly, countless human kings looked at Lin Xian with envy. Lin Xian already had a golden demon core. If he could get another one, he would be unbelievably powerful. However, being envious was one thing. They did not dare to think too much about it. After all, even the powerful Willow Lance was defeated. In their opinion, Lin Xian definitely had the strength to be in the top 3 of the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard. Otherwise, Dugu Aoqian and Li Yunfei would not have invited him to be the 3rd challenger. Ordinary warriors only dared to be envious but Jiang Yan and the others were burning with jealousy. That was a gold demon core. It was something that countless people dreamed of, especially Qi Hao. Even his breathing had become extremely rapid. His eyes were completely red, and his body couldn't help but tremble slightly. He clenched his fists 3 times, but in the end, he put them down. There was nothing he could do. Although he was jealous, he was no match for Lin Xian. However, at this moment, a sharp voice rang out. What? He will be the 3rd challenger. Hearing this voice, everyone turned their heads and looked over. Then, a strange look appeared on their faces. This was because they realized that the person who spoke was none other than the heavily injured Willow Lance. What's Willow Lance doing? Didn't he already lose? That's right. Although he's strong, he's no match for Lin Xian. He has no chance of getting the 3rd challenger. He's probably unwilling. After all, it's a gold demon core. It's extremely precious. Willow Lance was indeed jealous. In fact, he was extremely jealous. He gritted his teeth and said, I was careless just now. I still have a few ultimate moves that I haven't used. If I use them, I'll definitely win. Hearing this, Li Yunfei was expressionless. However, Dugu Aoqian frowned. When Lin Xian heard this, he sneered. You want to fight for the 3rd challenger? There was a hint of mockery in his voice. Of course, I was careless just now. Otherwise, you definitely wouldn't have one. Willow Lance gritted his teeth and said, shamelessly, I advise you to give up. Lin Xian shrugged. That's not for you to decide. Willow Lance snorted coldly and looked at Li Yunfei with his hand on his chest. Lin Xian ignored his little actions and continued to say coldly, because you'll soon leave the demon-slaying world. At the end of his sentence, a blood-red light suddenly surged out of his body. It carried a thick bloody aura that swept through the entire world. This blood-red aura was extremely powerful. It was much more powerful than Willow Lance's. In the next moment, a blood-red longsword appeared in Lin Xian's left hand. It was suffused with a blood-red light, as if it was a bloodthirsty demon. The blood-red longsword stabbed out and instantly pierced Willow Lance's body. Immediately, blood spurted out and scarlet red. Everyone was stunned. They didn't expect Lin Xian to suddenly make a move. Moreover, it was a heavy blow. Even Dugu Aoqian and Li Yunfei were stunned. They didn't expect Lin Xian to dare to attack in front of them. However, Dugu Aoqian was fine. He was originally a little dissatisfied with Willow Lance's request. After all, Lin Xian had already won and already had the 3rd challenge quota. However, Willow Lance still wanted to challenge again. He really didn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Li Yunfei's face darkened. Originally, he wanted to give Willow Lance a chance. If the other party really had a trump card that he hadn't used, he might be able to defeat Lin Xian. However, before he could speak, Lin Xian beat him to it and directly injured Willow Lance. It was so fast that even he couldn't react. You. Willow Lance's body trembled. His eyes were filled with anger and unwillingness. The spiritual power in his body was quickly drained. Finally, his body turned into a white light and disappeared from the demon-slaying world. No matter how hard he tried, he still left the demon-slaying world in the end. At the last moment, he probably didn't expect that he would leave in this way. For a moment, the scene was silent. Everyone was in a daze. The people of the Spear God Society were all stunned. They looked at Lin Xian with horror. Wei Long's body trembled, and he almost wet himself. Lin Xian shrugged. You don't really think that this guy has any trump cards, do you? Even if he does, he's no match for me. Even so, you shouldn't have sent him out of the demon-slaying world, right? Li Yunfei's voice carried a trace of blame. Lin Xian also stopped smiling and said coldly, I think you've forgotten that he's my enemy. I've never been soft-hearted when dealing with enemies. Hearing this, everyone was silent, and their hearts trembled. Indeed, Willow Lance had desperately tried to capture Lin Xian's companions and even tried to kill Lin Xian many times. It could be said that there was an irreconcilable hatred between the two. Now that Lin Xian had sent him out of the demon-slaying world, no one would say anything. In the distance, Murong Qingcheng also breathed a sigh of relief, and a smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Great junior brother Lin won. Su Yu and the others cheered. The black-white double ghosts were also excited. This guy is too strong. They didn't expect Lin Xian to be able to win. Moreover, it was a crushing victory. This was simply too unbelievable. After all, his opponent was not a weakling. He was a super powerhouse who ranked fourth. However, such a powerhouse was defeated by Lin Xian in the end, and was even driven out of the demon-slaying world. But soon, the black-white double ghost stopped smiling and looked into the distance with a dignified expression. Chapter 977. In the distance, a huge white mountain peak was faintly discernible in the clouds. He knew that there were 3 powerful enemies in the mountain, who were the gatekeepers in their eyes. They had to defeat the 3 gatekeepers in order to pass through the White Bone Mountain and enter the demonic blood pool. Even though Lin Xian was now the 3rd challenger, it would not be easy for him to defeat the gatekeeper. Even Dugu Aotian and Li Yunfei did not have full confidence in defeating the gatekeepers. One could imagine how powerful the gatekeepers were. Murong Qingchen's eyes flickered as well, carrying a trace of worry. However, she did not suggest joining forces because she believed in Lin Xian. She believed that he could do it. In front, Dugu Aotian looked at Lin Xian. Although his gaze was calm, it contained a mysterious power, as if he wanted to see through Lin Xian. Li Yunfei also looked at Lin Xian with a complicated expression. Lin Xian did not feel pressured by the gazes of these 2 influential figures. He asked, "Seniors, can you tell me more about the gatekeepers?" Only by knowing the enemy and oneself could one win 100 battles. Therefore, before the battle, he would think about what kind of existence his opponents were. These 3 gatekeepers are very special. They are not completely demonic beasts. To be exact, they are members of the demonic clan. Demonic clan? Lin Xian was shocked, and his pupils shrank. He did not expect the gatekeepers to be members of the demonic clan. The demonic clan was more powerful and noble than the demonic beasts. Not only did they have the strong physique of the demonic beasts, but they also had intelligence that was not inferior to humans. It could be said that they were very powerful. Lin Xian did not expect the gatekeepers to be members of the demonic clan. Taking a deep breath, Lin Xian suppressed the shock in his heart and asked again, "What realm are they in?" "They are not weaker than the gold demonic beasts," Li Yunfei said. "Of course, the gold demonic beasts here are mature ones. Not the ones you killed that had just advanced. Although they were all gold demonic beasts, the ones that had just advanced were still weaker." Lin Xian understood this point. Very strong indeed. Lin Xian took a deep breath. He wondered if the 10,000 beast sting would have any effect on the Yao clan. Although he was curious, he did not intend to use it again. At least, he could not be as brazen as last time. This was because the final battle would be shown to Senma College outside. When the time came, even the dean and elders would be watching the battle. If he exposed some of his secrets, he was afraid that it would attract unnecessary trouble. Therefore, this battle was very difficult. Previously, Li Yunfei and I fought against the Guardian once. Our best result was a draw. However, according to the rules of the monster-slaying world, as long as we don't lose, we'll pass, Dugu Aotian said. If he didn't lose, he would pass. Hearing this, Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. In other words, as long as they tied, they would win. However, in the next moment, he frowned again. Dugo Outyen and Li Yunfei had tied in a one-on-one battle, which meant that whether they could pass the stage or not depended on him. If he could win or tie, then they could enter. However, if he failed here, then they would completely lose the chance to enter the demon blood pool. According to the rules of the monster-slaying world, they had to defeat 3 guardians to pass. This is really stressful. Lin Xian rubbed his temples. He smiled bitterly. In such a short time, all the immortal martial arts disciples in the monster-slaying world had placed their hopes on him. Before this, he had never thought that this would happen. Before this, they had desperately killed the demonic beasts and collected their demonic cores in order to obtain the opportunity in the demon blood pool. If they could not successfully defeat the guardians, then all their previous efforts would have been in vain. If that was really the case, it would be an extremely heavy blow. No one would be able to accept such an outcome. The key to success or failure this time all depended on Lin Xian. Now, I'm afraid you don't have the chance to regret. Li Yunfei also said in a low voice, although the pressure is great, I will not give up. Lin Xian's voice was sonorous, and his eyes shone brightly. Wasn't it just the demonic beasts? Wasn't it just the guardians? At most, he would fight with his life on the line. There was nothing to be afraid of. Moreover, he had many trump cards in his hand. If he used his full strength, it would be hard to say who would win. Actually, you don't have to feel any pressure. Just do your best. Dugu Outyen comforted from the side. When the surrounding people heard this, they almost fell silent. Pairs of expectant eyes looked at the 3 people in the field. They knew that whether they could obtain the fortune in the demon blood pool, in the end, all depended on the 3 people in front of them. Su Yu and the others were shocked. They had been in contact with Lin Xian for the longest time. They had met him as soon as they entered the monster-slaying world. However, they did not expect that the handsome young man would become the final challenger. This kind of rapid growth and the contrast between their identities shocked Su Yu and the others. Murong Qingqing, on the other hand, had a faint smile on her face as she looked at Lin Xian gently. Although she knew that the guardian must be very strong, she believed that Lin Xian would definitely win. Well, get ready. Adjust your body to the peak. We will soon have the final challenge, Dugu Outyen said to Lin Xian. Chapter 978. Actually, you don't have to think too much. The 3 of you are already the most powerful people here. If even the 3 of you can't win, then the others won't stand a chance. Besides, even if you lose, I don't think anyone will blame you, Murong Qingqing said softly. I hope so. Lin Xian let out a long sigh. He covered his head with his hands and lay on the ground. On the ground. Lin Xian didn't feel any discomfort lying on top of the bones and hair that were as white as jade and gave off a faint chill. He rested his head on his arms and looked at the light purple sky. His eyes flickered and no one knew what he was thinking. Seeing this scene, Murong Qingqing also followed Lin Shui's example and lay down on the white bone mountain. Murong Qingqing's face was slightly red and her heart was beating rapidly. To be honest, it was her first time being so close to the opposite sex. She tilted her head slightly and looked at Lin Xian, who was close by, and a faint smile appeared on her face. She did not know why, but she seemed to enjoy the current feeling. Suddenly, a thought appeared in her mind. How good would it be if the 2 of them could lie like this forever? As if sensing Murong Qingqing's gaze, Lin Xian also turned his head to look at her. Then their eyes met. Murong Qingqing's face was burning, but this time she did not look away. The 2 of them looked at each other quietly, as if they had forgotten everything. A gentle breeze blew, fluttering their clothes and also their hearts. When the sky gradually turned white, the entire White Bone Mountain became lively. Almost everyone came to the White Bone Mountain, waiting to watch the final battle. When Lin Xian, Dug Aoqian, and Li Yunfei appeared in the sky, everyone stood up. They looked at the sky with excitement and anticipation. Lin Xian stood in the sky and looked at the crowd below. He was also excited. Dugu Aoqian carried an ancient sword on his back and said loudly, "Let's go. Everyone follow me to where the gatekeepers are." Then he turned around and walked into the sky. Lin Xian took a deep breath and followed. The countless martial artists below were also running excitedly. For a moment, the entire White Bone Mountain was shaking, as if there was an earthquake. And just when everyone was heading towards the Guardian, the students of the Immortal Martial Academy were all extremely agitated. Countless disciples gathered at the true Martial Lake and looked up at the sky with excitement. The image of the White Bone Mountain was displayed there. When they saw the incomparably huge White Bone Mountain tremble slightly, everyone's eyes became fiery because they knew that the final challenge was about to begin. They had waited so long for this final moment. Needless to say, the last 3 challenges would definitely be to kill the 3 strongest people in the demon realm. Their battle was definitely a top-notch battle. At this moment, everyone's attention is on the 3rd challenger because he's the most uncertain and mysterious in the sky. A few elders were also looking at the screen with a smile. Their faces were full of interest. Hee, I can't believe I'm also looking forward to the 3rd challenger. Yes, although the dark horses and newcomers this time are very strong, I'm afraid they're not at the level of the challengers. As for Willow Lance, although his strength and reputation are not bad, he's still a little lacking. I'm guessing that this time they might team up? Oh, you're saying that the 3rd challenger will team up? It's possible. After all, there's only one chance to challenge. If they lose, they'll lose the chance to enter the demon blood pool. I'm afraid those little guys won't take such a risk. The safest way is for the 4th and 5th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard to team up. Although the benefits will be less, it's still better than failure. The 4th and 5th on the Mystic Sovereign leaderboard would be Willow Lance and Chi Hao teaming up. Perhaps there's another team. At this moment, Dean Xian also spoke up. Don't forget Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng. They've also killed gold-rank beasts. Yes, it's possible. Although these 2 are newcomers, they're very strong. Moreover, Lin Xian has the Lonely Heart Sword, a half-earth rank treasure. His strength should be even higher. Murong Qingcheng must also have the secret technique of the House of Kings. If the 2 of them team up, I'm afraid they won't lose to Willow Lance and Chi Hao. I wonder which team will team up this time. I'm afraid this is the first freshman to become a challenger, right? The disciples of Dragon Sword Pavilion laughed crazily, their faces filled with excitement. Lin Xian was their boss. If Lin Xian's reputation rose, they would also benefit from it. Therefore, when they saw that the 3rd challenger was their boss, they all shouted in excitement. In the sky, Dean Xian and the group of elders were also stunned. They had already guessed that Lin Xian would appear, but they didn't expect him to appear alone. This was because in their estimation, other than Duguao Tian and Li Yunfei, no one else could reach the level of a challenger alone. Therefore, in their opinion, the 3rd challenger slot would appear in the form of a team. It would either be Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng or Willow Lance and Chi Hao. However, at this moment, Lin Xian appeared alone, which indeed surprised them. A few elders even waited for a long time, but Murong Qingcheng's figure was nowhere to be seen. Only then did they believe that Lin Shui wanted to challenge alone. Isn't it too hasty to let a freshman fight? An elder frowned. This result really exceeded everyone's expectations. Not necessarily. Since they chose Lin Xian, they naturally have their reasons. Don't worry, these little guys won't joke about this. After all, there's only one chance to challenge, and it's related to everyone's interests, so no one will be careless. Lin Xian can obtain the third challenger slot, which means that he has the ability to convince everyone, Dean Xian said slowly. After hearing this, the other elders nodded in agreement. Indeed, if Lin Xian didn't have the corresponding ability, he wouldn't be able to obtain the third challenger slot. Thinking of this, they all looked forward to seeing how Lin Xian would perform in the challenge. Below, after the initial excitement of the Academy's disciples, they all quieted down. Everyone looked up to the sky. They wanted to see what kind of ability Lin Xian had to be able to obtain the third challenger slot. In the monster-slaying realm, Lin Xian was in the void, looking at the three faint figures in front of him with an extremely serious expression. Needless to say, these three people were the legendary gatekeepers. Although they didn't deliberately release their auras, he could still feel a powerful energy hibernating in their bodies. It wasn't any weaker than Dugu Aotian and the others at all. At the same time, he could also sense the existence of demonic qi from the energy, which made them even more ferocious. Before leaving, Lin Xian learned the basic information of the three gatekeepers from Dugu Aotian. These three were all from the demonic clan and had extraordinary origins. One of them was a genius from the spiritual feather clan. He was very powerful and should be the strongest of the three gatekeepers. This person was naturally left to Dugu Aotian to deal with. There was also an elite from the Giant Rock clan.